motherfuckers.
Trudeau loving pieces of maple leaf.
Jeez.
Oh man.
So what's going on? Asking questions, but
did you
in and out.
Did you hear the question?
I didn't hear all the questions. So you had a couple of them, and I was like, I know the answer. You're like not responding. So.
Okay. So my big one is Rome. Did it fall in a day?
Fell in over the course of 200 years.
Okay. Because the websites I was going to, I was trying to find answers, and it all led me back to one website, and it felt like they were forcing information on me. But that's what it said. Fell over a course of 200 years.
Yeah.
Which
basically
could mean that our country started falling 50 years ago.
Or longer.
I mean, no, and actually, if you look at the research, our country has started its fall about 10 years ago, something like that. So
I feel like it's longer though.
No.
Andrew, you don't even live here, okay? So you don't know.
Go back to Romania or wherever you're from.
Yeah, yes, you're right, Abigail. Dang. So, which cable news do you watch, Fox or
CNN? Who's your favorite host? Oh man.
You guys are funny. No, I was thinking longer. That's what I was trying to say.
No. It's there's evil things that. So like what Rome did, before they started falling was evil and corrupt and stuff like that, and that's what led to its fall. But so like what we've been doing over the last 50 years, let's say, is leading to its fall, right?
Got it.
All been building,
yeah. But right now, like we're starting to fall now.
Because of all the evil that we allow and do.
Right. Yeah.
That makes absolute sense.
And I heard this theory recently, which fascinated me because I didn't know if you guys knew this. I just found this out. The Native Americans have this mythology in their culture that says that before we even came to America, before Columbus even landed in America, before Leif, what was his name? Leif Garrett? Leif Garrett?
Oh, Erikson.
Leif Erikson. Before Leif Erikson even landed in America, the Native Americans had technology, had society, had all this stuff built, and they decided that because of the corruption that they had built and was happening inside the people, not in government, not in corporations, but in the people, they made a conscious decision to just live in the wilderness, not have a home, not have central heating, none of that. Just be a part of the world. And that fascinated me because the way I see things going, I could easily see society just like, I'm done with electricity. I'm just going to live in the woods and be alone. And
how many people do that?
I trust. I mean, there are and they're always frowned upon. Oh, he's a cult. They're living in the woods with no electricity. Ew.
It's true.
I don't know.
But it also would give more reason to why, like, if a government came into the New World and had any traces of all of this technology and then found out it was destroyed, it would also make sense why they hated the natives as much as they did and why they were stealing their children to try to educate them in the ways maybe they could learn. I don't know.
I've heard that. Did they hate them?
Yeah. I mean, Europeans for the longest time were racist bastards, and it's only been within the last couple of 100 years that they sort of figured that out, or the majority of them have at least.
All right. No, I get I get like Europeans thinking that their way is the best, and I want to teach you how to be like me so you can be better. But did they hate them?
They killed them. What? I mean, doesn't
mean,
that
there
count
was a
as
war
hating?
for
It
land,
wasn't
right?
a war, man.
Wasn't there?
There wasn't. There was. Okay. There was like, let's say, the Apaches and the Cherokee who actually put up a fight, right?
Right.
But I mean, it was us invading their land, right? It's not us defending ourselves or any shit like that, right? It was all about us taking their land from them, you know. So
I mean, I don't know. I hear a lot of that. I hear so much of that, and
But
that's kind of what I was led to believe. But I mean, there was. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm still learning.
majority of the tribes were wiped out because Europeans wanted land.
Mhm.
They saw the color of their skin, and since black people were enslaved for centuries before, then a slight coloration was still the same thing of, well, they don't
Right.
really have a soul, so it's okay to kill them, men, women, and children, no problem, and then we can just take their land. And it helped too that they were barbaric, like they didn't have a
Some
normal
of them.
house or knew what it was.
Oh,
I mean,
oh yeah, I know. Okay, barbaric that way.
yeah. Like, I mean, and
they're
it
not
was,
real.
no, and honestly, the Incas and the Mayans and the guys in South America, they were
Yeah.
super powerful. And
Right.
honestly, if Europe didn't bring such deadly diseases, they would have stood the test of time. But
Right.
because of the diseases the Spanish brought, they, the Spanish, like
Right.
the Incas, they built these massive cities in the mountains. So it's like these Spanish,
Which are
were
still
like,
standing.
yeah.
Some
which
of
are still
them.
standing, exactly. Machu Picchu, right? It's
Yeah.
a huge thing, right? And so you're like,
Insanity.
and so they're like, okay, we can't take them on, obviously, so we'll have to trade with these guys and not just kill them like everyone else. So they go back to
Right.
Europe to get some trading goods, and when they show up, like within a season, everyone in the entire city is dead. Like they killed
From
them
disease.
with disease.
But okay, but that specifically, they didn't do that on purpose. They didn't go back and say, "Let's get AIDS blankets," right? That's
No.
I feel like that was part of God's plan, though, because of the evil that the Incas did regarding like child sacrifice and
dark.
You're
so on
thinking
and
of
so
the Aztecs.
Oh,
That
was
is
that
actually
not
who I
part
was thinking of. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Sorry. The Incans didn't.
They didn't do
So,
any of that?
Well, I don't know. I actually don't know.
There it
because
is.
Mel Gibson made a movie on the Aztecs.
There it is. What?
Well, we don't know.
We just came to the conclusion of
I was like,
maybe, and you're
there
like,
it is.
Yeah, they probably did.
Fuck
then.
the Incans.
Okay, did you guys know?
Child
you guys-
sacrificer until proven innocent.
Did you know that they do like weird stuff on the islands around here that people don't know, like law-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
They
here.
do that everywhere, though. I mean, yeah.
I don't even understand.
People find places. They find havens to do their creepy ass shit, right?
Yep, I guess that's right. I hate it. It's garbage.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Nothing. I'm gonna let you guys talk for a second so I can finish my food.
Mel Gibson, arguably one of the best directors in the world, made a movie called Apocalypto based on, I think, the Aztecs, and it was incredible. Highly recommended.
What's it called, bro?
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto?
Yeah.
Where do you... We don't own the movie.
No.
Thank you for me.
Actually, hang on. Apocalypto.
Not in Netflix.
Now, Mel Gibson is frowned upon because he made angry statements about the Jews.
Wait, he did?
in a voicemail. It was a personal voicemail to, I think, his wife at the time. He was very angry and very drunk.
Oh,
Yeah, he said
well,
some
that
terrible things,
that never goes well.
but really good director. Apocalypto. Sorry,
How are you saying sorry?
'cause I'm yelling Apocalypto over and over again.
Why does some of our honey get really hard and it's almost unusable, and then other honey is totally fine?
That's super weird, right? It like crystallizes almost.
Yeah, and I don't understand it.
Mm-mm.
Andrew, do you know
Hmm.
why?
Fact
Yep.
checker.
I know why, but I feel like you guys should earn that one.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I'm guessing some of it has to do with processing, right?
No, I mean I would agree with you, except that we bought locally grown, locally made organic honey, and
Mhm.
according to science and Dr. Fauci, I don't know if you're paying attention, honey doesn't go bad.
Yeah, I thought you knew, you don't know that?
Well,
Wow, you're
we're
a
not
teacher?
talking about crystallization making the honey go bad. Like you can still eat crystallized honey.
You always have an answer for everything, don't you?
Wait, Addison, I thought you knew honey didn't
Yep.
go bad.
I was the first one to say it. I did know.
No,
Oh,
he was the last one to say it. We had
Okay.
a conversation about you and me, Abigail,
Okay.
talking about it.
I'm not
She's
Googling.
trying to piggyback.
I'm not Googling.
Yeah. Oh man,
your mom's
It's fun.
Googling.
No,
it was fun.
I'm sorry. Bees and honey fascinate me. They are
Mhm.
incredible. Bees, I've made a relationship with bees this summer, and through the rain, they came up to me saying goodbye for the winter. I'm just saying, okay? I
Oh,
am fascinated with bees. They are incredible.
Abigail, do not awe that, okay? Do not.
She talks to
I like-
fish, Andrew. She talks to fish. She's gonna
Oh,
awe that.
shit.
All right,
Never mind. Yep,
Abigail. I have an appreciation for you that I've never had before. Thank you.
I'm
Thank you,
lost,
Addison.
and I need to find a new family now.
Okay, you guys though. I know you're gonna. I wasn't talking to no animals. Okay, I was talking to Jesus. Okay.
Jesus the
but-
guppy.
Yeah, I know you come in many forms, but
Wait, did I talk to fish when I was little?
I don't know if it was fish or your cat or you talk to animals, Abigail. You have to admit you talk to animals.
Yeah, that's true. As I said it out loud, I was like, "Oh yeah, never mind. I definitely talk to animals. Dang it, I can't even help it." You know what? What if they're secret, like little agents for Jesus? Okay, just FYI, who's gonna be winning this game at life? I'm just gonna hope it's me.
I think dolphins and whales are so far evolved past what we think. Like we think we're the dominant species. I think dolphins and whales are so far past what we are that they are almost on the same wavelength as God. You know? They're living life and they're literally just like, what do you want me to do today, God? What do you want me to do? What do I have to do? Let's do it.
If that's what they actually thought, then I would actually hope to be more like that.
I mean, I don't know. It's just it's a weird thought. It's not one that invades my brain all the time. It's a weird thought that I have sometimes.
Addison, there is some coffee downstairs if you want some. Only a little bit, so in case you want just a little cup of coffee.
I'll be right back.
Wait, is he being right back as in not carrying it with him? Yeah, that's what
I think he's connected to his computer right now.
Okay. I always do my phone. I was like, does that mean he's leaving us? Yeah. And there's some oat milk. Which one? Is that the thighs one? I love that one. Oh man. Are you coming home for Christmas?
You talking to me?
Yeah, because the rest of us live here.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Addison.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Christmas.
Probably not, but you know.
Are you lying?
Yeah, I'm lying. I mean, as long as you guys pay for me to come home.
I mean, that makes sense with your current financial state. How is that going, by the way? Is it getting any better, or is it just is what it is?
Mm. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Not necessarily worse.
Yeah. Is it consistent?
You gotta define consistent.
I don't know.
Because last month was a half summer school thing. And a month before that was on vacation with mom and dad. And the month before that was the first time we opened. So what's the word consistent mean to you?
Never mind. I'll ask in another so long. So
it seems you know, like there's ups and downs, but the thing is that so this week, like when you look back on it, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new kids who joined either classes or tutoring or whatever. Oh no, 7. I mean for next week, but anyway. And if you look, like when you look at the pattern of number of kids joining versus the number of kids leaving, you know, not coming back, it is tremendous growth, right?
Okay.
So that is really awesome.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of people asking for, so AEA is like my best friend as far as a business goes, because not only are they doing things like they are offering, they cut a bunch of their after school classes. They are limiting the time, like before we had 45 minutes, now it's like 35 minutes for each class.
Oh my word.
And yeah, they have, I think they have 8 kids now in 4th grade that they've sent emails to saying if your kid doesn't improve their grade, they're getting kicked out of the school. And
I've got that letter before.
And they send an email to all parents saying that the tuition is going to go up next year by 2,000 euros, which is about $2,000.
Whoa.
And so honestly, they are like the best. I mean, truly, because I have got people who are like, when is your school going to start? We're ready to send our kid. We are ready to send our kid now. So I'm like, thank you, AEA. Thank you for doing the dumb shit things that schools do. So
anyway. Are you prepared to start next year?
Yeah, I have to be. I mean, obviously curriculum is something I'm working on, but
you got students.
I got students. Yeah, I got to find some teachers. We're good to go. So
okay.
So anyway, that part's good. It would be nice if the finances were also like, oh man, this guy's rocking hard. I can pay for my own ticket home. It's going to be great. Not quite there yet. Sure.
Okay. Curriculum and teachers.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys gotta go back to talking. I'm finishing my salad, and then I'm ready. Although we can start a game now if you want.
Yeah, I'm down. You guys want?
I'm good.
What do you want to play?
I'm good for anything.
Mm.
Want to do Board Game Arena, or do you want to do a big?
Kingdom Builder?
Let's do it.
There's a new game on Board Game Arena called Kingdom Builder.
No, that's not a new game. That's an old one.
Okay, there's a new tutorial written about Kingdom Builder 10 days ago. All right.
Kingdom Builder or Kingdom? Wait, what? We played Kingdoms Reborn.
No, he's thinking of. There was a board game that we used to play a little bit.
Did we?
Called Kingdom Builder. I thought so.
I guess that would make sense. That's why they're putting it on my don't laugh at me, Abigail.
Real stuff from Daddy's.
What?
Atticus has huge in his mouth right now because when Daddy gets out of his car, he jumps in and grabs something of Daddy's and runs just so he can play the game with Dad. I'm like, what the hell is? I don't even know what's in his mouth, but I'm like, I hope that's not important.
Jeez.
Come get it.
He does that whole, the T-Rex from what's that movie? Not the music. When he like bends down his tail wagging.
Yeah.
That's literally what he does. Like, come get me. Come on. I dare you.
Sophie does the same thing. And then you finally try and get her, and she throws her head back. I don't know why. Just, and then runs.
Okay, when she does it, though, it's so cute. I'm like, you're going to get, like, what is that?
Giving yourself whiplash.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Give that dog a neck brace. Oof.
Okay, my Steam account up, but I don't know. I haven't been invited.
We're on Board Game Arena.
Oh, we're doing Board Game Arena?
Sorry.
Why did I think we were doing Kingdoms Reborn?
Because I said Kingdom Builder.
Addison was misleading us.
I'm sorry.
I was clickbaiting you both.
Because I went to Kingdoms Reborn too. I was so excited.
Were you?
And Addison disappointed us. So,
No, let's play Kingdoms Reborn.
No, it's fine. Let's do whatever.
I got Steam open. I can load it up right now.
Fuck you too.
No,
okay.
I'm already here. Wait, are we
Too
playing?
late. We already started. I already clicked the start button.
Why are we playing? I thought we were playing. Oh, gosh, I'm not even doing it right anymore.
It's not even Kingdoms. It's not even Kingdom Builder. Oh, you want to play? You want to play Board Game Arena? Fine, we'll play Board Game Arena.
But we can change.
I've had enough of you. What was the joke? The old man walking behind the old woman. And
He's grumbling, right?
He's grumbling something to her, and she turns around and goes, "What did you say?" He's like, "I didn't say nothing to you."
I really hope that is not my future. Unless I'm joking.
Oh, wait, I need to start over. Okay, focus.
I know, Abigail, you've probably not seen The Community.
That's the one where they're going to college or something.
Yeah.
I
It's
only saw like
college.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I only saw one.
The last season, there's a gal that comes in she's pretty cold, but she has a scene where I was just watching it, and it's like, oh, that's Abigail. She's like trying really hard. This guy is an idiot, right? This dean is a complete idiot. He's just gotten sucked into the whole Honda thing, right? So she goes into his office, and he's bought everything Honda, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know what to say because anything I'm going to say is going to end in a metaphorical word and with idiot, but you probably don't know what metaphorical is because how could you? You're so stupid. Oh, I'm so sorry. And she keeps apologizing.
This is Annie, right?
Yeah, no, this is Frankie, the new gal.
Oh,
Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Come here. Come here. Oh, you're so stupid. So dumb. So dumb. And she's comforting him and hugging him. It's like, yeah, that's Abigail. That's Abigail. Like, if she's gonna find a dummy, then this is how she's gonna do it. Like apologizing.
I'm
you're
so
dumb.
sorry that you're so stupid.
That
We're
you're so
gonna
stupid.
help you, okay? We're gonna get you the help you need because you're so stupid.
Oh, man.
I look at Phil like
Oh, shoot.
because as a young
That's
person,
awesome.
no, you can't even say that. That's not very kind. And now I'm like, kind to let them know, front, that's stupid. And then
I love it. I love it because it's not shaming. You actually care. If you were shaming, you'd just be like, "You're stupid. Stop being stupid." But you're like, "I want to help you out of this stupid brain you have."
right. Thank you for getting me. Thank you.
You need to teach the world how to do this, Abigail.
Yeah.
We need more of this.
We call it boundaries and people.
Oh my gosh.
gosh.
I just watched it. Like I just finished the scene, so I'm just gonna rewind to it.
Oh.
It's
Does that
so good.
me?
What?
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
I got a letter from what? Jenny Burns.
He could be working for a completely different company. Are you? I don't know how to. I have a rule about being constructive, so I can't ask any questions right now because all of the questions that I have right now are rhetorical. Word idiot. Do you know what a rhetorical? No, of course you know what that is. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But you're so stupid. You have no idea, and you're the only one who has no idea. Because guess why? Don't answer that. You'll get it wrong. Some little man who tried to destroy the school every minute. I am sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's okay. I mean,
It's okay.
Oh, so stupid. Such a dumb.
So calming. You're so dumb.
Such a dummy.
Wait, can you send a clip to me or how to look
Yeah,
it up?
can we?
I will make a video of it and send it to you.
Okay,
Oh,
please.
man.
Oh my
It's-
god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shoot.
Dumbass.
Oh jeez.
Okay, it's
One
weird.
of those scenes that just never dies. Oh.
It's weird because I literally was talking about the creator of that show today.
Mhm.
The Monster House. I don't know if you've seen it. It's an animated, I think, Pixar movie, and it's terrible. And I remember listening to an interview with the guy that wrote Community, also wrote Monster House. And I remember listening to an interview, and he said he wrote 2/3 of the movie, and then kind of quit. Like they needed it too soon, so he just like gave up and just wrote an ending, not the ending. And
Gotcha.
it's one of those things where I see the show Community. It's so well written. It's so funny, and the characters are so perfect for each other. And then you watch this
Right.
movie, and you're like, how did you do that? And then just that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. How did that
amazing.
rotate over, right? I get that.
Seriously.
Oh man, that's too funny. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not as good of a writer as the guy who wrote the Community.
Yeah,
But
he took a lot of Adderall for the second season. I just want you to know.
so it's fine. I totally get it though, because the first play I wrote was amazing, right? I mean, it makes me laugh, perfect roles, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The acting class has since filled to the max, which means I had to write more plays
Oh.
for the new actors. And because that was last minute and all that stuff, it definitely is not like the other plays are not entertaining as the first one. So now I've got to, I don't know what I got to do, because it looks like I'm playing favorites with the first 6 that signed up for the class, and the other, are just sort of like whatever, sideline.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's rough. I wish I had an answer for that.
Well,
It's
thank you anyway.
no, but that's okay. So this is how I do YouTube videos. Like exactly, I'll do a video and it does well, and I
Mhm.
kind of just did it. I didn't like. I put some
Right.
thought into it. I put some work into it, and then I put some
Mhm.
editing into it. But then when it happens and it hits, suddenly I'm like, oh, okay, what worked about that? I have to recreate it.
Jeez. Yeah, seriously.
Then it's
Oh my
panic,
gosh.
and it's not. It doesn't make good content to panic
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's true. It's true.
So
Oh man.
It sounds like you potentially need to outsource and maybe use some of the natural resources God has given you, such as
Fiverr,
like
I hear Fiverr's really good. You can get
your
some.
two
Mhm.
brothers who are
Abigail, don't put that pressure on me. I'm not ready to start writing yet. Okay. No,
That's right. That's right.
but honestly, it might if you find. I'm not saying your brothers, but if you find a writer outside of your circle of stress that just like I put something together. What do you think?
See, the only thing I'll say to that is that it depends. Like, if you don't like writing, of course, that's outsource it, right? Like, editing sucks. I hate editing with significant
I like
passion.
I like that.
Sully.
No, I'm for real.
Oh,
No, but it's true. Not
uh,
I'm for real, Abigail.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Andrew. I don't like editing. It's a pain.
No, but that's what I mean. I'd say outsource stuff, that if you're going to outsource stuff. Like for me, I like writing,
Hmm.
and I find a lot of people's
Okay.
writing to be dumb. I mean, not to offend anyone, but like I
Oh, I
just don't
get it.
like other
I get
people's
it.
writing, right?
I
Yeah, your
get it.
stuff is
No,
shit. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
no one wants to
Leave
read Zombie Hunter.
leave leave the creatives
You won't finish
to
it.
writing and do something
Shut
like,
up, Abigail.
wow, geez,
Sorry.
Abigail.
Sorry.
Like, I'm dissing on him as a joke, and then you just totally
Like,
come in and like, yeah, kick
you
it.
quit. You quit.
Sorry.
You're a quitter. You're a quitter.
Here's-
You're not healthy for me and my entertainment needs. You quit.
Listen, I just am seeing the big picture, and sorry, I wasn't willing to wait for the punchline, Andrew.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay.
But here's the thing: if Andrew looks right and Addison has a plethora of ideas, I don't understand why you two aren't meeting
This
once.
is actually where I was going to go with that. I was
Oh.
going to make a quick joke and then you jumped on me. But Andrew, sorry.
I'll edit, by the way.
If I threw concepts your way, can you write with that?
Addison, talk and play the game, though.
I am, Abigail. Clearly.
Well, for 1 minute,
Shut up.
I don't know. Throw me a concept.
Concept. All right. All right. I can't right now. The concepts I have are big, like they're Hollywood level. Right? The one that I popped into my mind is this guy. He wakes up in a forest, right?
Okay.
He walks around a little bit, kind of like in a circle, just kind of getting his bearings. But then he
Okay.
kind of picks a direction and moves towards it. And then he gets to this point where the forest doesn't taper off; it cuts off. There's a hard cutoff. He gets to the outside of the forest, and then he follows it, and it's a forest that is a perfect circle, just cut off, and then like nothing, like almost just ash on the ground outside of that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he walks around it, and then he kind of moves on from it, and then he sees these other like patches of forest, and it's just these circles cut into the ground, and then everything else is just ash. That's the concept.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Okay, so you need
That's,
something funny or good.
No, not funny. I mean, I like you started saying you're in a forest, and then as soon as you said that, I started creating my own
Oh,
story.
So you,
So,
you want me
can
to,
I stop there?
there's a man. Go ahead.
And then you're done.
Go
That's good. I got it. I got the rest of it.
All right.
So yes, I do need concept, but keep it much briefer than what you did. So, in fact, I really like this story right now because this was a mix of the whole child sacrificing thing, forest. There's a hero that comes in to save this child, but he doesn't know what he's gonna do. Like, he's not an actual hero. You know? Oh, I like this one a lot.
But the whole
Like, he's
circle
running.
forest doesn't interest you at all.
Well, like, I guess there's a stone table that's circular.
You're like a producer right now. I fucking hate
Yeah,
you.
pretty much.
Yeah,
no. Pretty much.
Okay. I can do that. I can
No,
feed
no.
you. I can feed you easy concepts.
Easy concepts. Okay. I've gotten. Man.
I think.
I really just need to finish my stories, right? Because I've started a bunch, but
Right.
and I'm still like the Hidden Power one. That one I'm still just like, I like that one. I go back to it when I actually get time off, and I just I love that story, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like the other two as well, but that one is the first one I go to all the time. So.
I think the important thing to kind of recognize, if I ever feed you an idea, is I'm not going to feed you my best ideas. I'm sorry, but I would like to explore those ideas further. But
I forgive you?
No. What's important is that if I feed you an idea and you start reading it, as soon as you click with anything in that, just throw everything else away. That's what I mean. Is it's not important. I'm not like, this is such a good idea and you just threw everything out the window. No.
Wait,
you get inspired by it.
Question?
Yeah.
Am I making content for you? Is that what the idea is?
No, I'm making content for you.
Oh.
No, I'm not making content for you. I'm inspiring content for you. I'm trying to inspire ideas, because I get it. If I sit down with a notepad and I'm like, let me write something creative, then I'm gonna write blah 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 blah. This sucks, and I'm done.
Okay, gotcha.
So the inspiration, I'm just trying to inspire ideas out of you. If I give you anything, it's just to inspire.
Isn't that what?
I appreciate that. I actually just need to. I mean, the way that this story took place was, you know, I had a basic idea. So the first play was, you know, I want kids to use words that require them to use an American accent. You know, so using the ch sound when we say what you want to do instead of what you want to do, like that.
What you want to do.
What you want to do, or, you know, to do instead of to do. You know, like we don't say
Right.
to do, we say what do you want to do. And so
teaches
that was
people how to say herb.
Herb? No, that's herb. But anyway.
Yeah.
And then you know, after what happened then is that, you know, I'm trying to write it and I'm like I'm stuck for hours and hours, but you know, I'm at the school. It's like, what else am I going to do? I got to wait until kids show up anyway. And so like after 2 hours, all of a sudden something snaps in me and I figured it out. And then, you know, you start writing, you have these characters that you've created, and you know, it's like the more and more you pour into it, the more and more you're making these characters, you know, real.
Right.
And so the other two plays, the second play is The Arguments. That one was, I didn't spend much time on it. And that one I had to change halfway through because another boy showed up, which means I needed to make his, whenever I was playing a part in any play, I minimized my part because I don't want to spend a lot of time memorizing
Yeah.
anything. So then when this boy showed up, I had to add more to this second play, and then the third play was sort of like homonyms, like words that sound the same, like who's on first, except
Right.
So I think it was something like there's a sale on sales, and anyway,
Right.
it's kind of cute.
It took me a
but-
second, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a sale on sales. Do you want a pair of pears? And at the end, the gal was tired of waiting, and then the other gal was like, "Oh well, we can get you a scale right away," like that kind of thing. So it was that kind of play on words, but I didn't spend any time on it. Like it was like I these two kids came and the parents called the day of, and they're like, "Hey, do you mind if our kid joins?" I'm like, "Sure." And then it's like, okay, well, I got 45 minutes to write something for them. So
Oh shit.
so I don't know. Like, I think I need to just spend more time with it.
Yeah.
And with the homonyms one, I might just have to give up the whole play on words kind of thing and sort of focus maybe on the sass of the characters. Because when you do the, like, who's on first is definitely like it.
Oof.
You don't have to have a lot of personality in the two actors. It's just hilarious because of the way they're
Right.
playing on the words.
If you can get them to say the words confidently, it's funny no matter who's saying it.
Right, exactly. So I feel like I kind of have to ditch that one because it doesn't teach acting, and since I'm already dealing with an ESL crowd, that might just have to be something I sort of give up on because I'm laughing, but everyone else is like, "What?" I mean, all the kids.
I don't get it.
Like, I don't get it. I want to sell on sales. I'm
At
like,
the
come
end-
on. He's like,
At the end, you got 3 students with their hands up, like, well, so who is on first? And you're just like, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Who is on? You get it.
He gets it.
Exactly.
Mr. Faber's losing his mind. So, oh my gosh.
I think some of those though, like some of those scripts, like you can kind of mad dash write some stuff, even like think it out and write some stuff. But some of them, it's like you'll listen to him say it, and you're like, yeah, let's change that the way you say it, the way you're standing. Let's
Oh
just
yeah,
change it a
that
little
part
bit.
that's no problem. That's the easy part of creating a script versus writing a book, right? Like I've been working on novels or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's like you go back and visit and you're like, oh shoot, when I started chapter 1, I had this sort of personality in mind, and now in chapter 4, it's kind of like evolved. So now I got to go back to chapter 1 and revisit that character. But with scripts, it's like, these kids are playing, bringing life to the
Yeah.
characters, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yes, that's not how you should say it. Even though I wrote it that way, you need to
Right.
change it to say it this
I
way
didn't-
because
I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it that way. So I was trying to do something there. It doesn't work.
No, but that's cool though. I mean, it's so. That's what I like about theater and movies is that kind of like free form. Give me this style, and then I'm going to tell you if I like that or not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Try, repeat, try,
Yeah.
nail it, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Me too. I really like that, and so anyway, it's been a lot more fun to do than I thought it was going to be because
Yeah.
well, I mean, I really wasn't going to write any play. I was going to buy one and we were going to use that. So anyway, but we'll see.
Have you ever tried writing? There's a show called Letterkenny. In the second season, every couple episodes, they'll um, they'll do this thing where a guy will his friend will stand there and he'll go and then the main character will
Yeah.
just go on a rampage with words that start with A, and it all I don't know what that's called. But
It's yes and, right?
It's not yes and I mean I know what that is, but it's like when Louis Lemons listened lustfully to Lucy while she laid down by the Larraboo, right? I don't know what that's
Okay.
I don't know what that's called, but they'll literally go through the alphabet
Yeah.
just to start out the episode. And
Yeah.
have you ever tried writing something like that?
You mean as far as scripts go? No, but I've only started writing scripts about 2 weeks ago. So
No.
there you go.
I
Right?
thought you were more experienced.
That's why I'm so impressed with my shit, man. I'm like, wow, this is making me laugh, and the kids are dying, right? I mean, I love the lazy brother and the helicopter mom's sister. This is my favorite scene, and these kids, the two that are playing it, they play it so well. Oh my goodness! I'm telling you.
I get why you think it's funny now. You're writing what you know. It's me and Abigail.
Maybe no, stop.
Seriously.
Well, okay,
like
it opens. The scene opens. Abigail, Charlotte is on her phone, and she's like, no, we didn't agree to that. And the whole time, the brother who's playing Candy Crush is poking her, going, "You're not supposed to be on your phone while you're driving. You're not supposed to be on your phone while you're driving." And she keeps going, "Shh, quiet," whatever. And anyway, he has these dumb ideas, right? And so one of the idea he had, she says, you need to stop asking Dad for money. And he's like, what? He only gave me $1,000 last time. And she says, yeah, to start a couch business. And he's like, yeah, so what? And she's like, your job in the couch business was sitting on the couches to make them warmer. It was just, I love it. I love this character, and the way the two play are just perfect. Oh man,
it's so good.
Yeah,
I've been listening to comics that do like sketch bits.
Okay.
And the way they write their sketches, and it's kind of giving me an idea on how to write stuff. But they'll take a character, or they'll take a situation, and then they'll create a character that kind of like fits weirdly into that situation.
Okay.
Like trying to think, Adam Carolla did one where shit. Oh yeah. Okay, so he called into this radio show when he was just starting out, and he was basically like, I want I'm a workshop teacher, and my students aren't listening to me. So I'm calling in, and maybe every like 30 minutes you can just like put this message out there. And these guys don't know who he is, so they're kind of like, all right, man, yeah, that sounds good. But he like keeps pushing, and he's like his whole angle is that he's this workshop teacher. His students don't pay attention enough, and he needs them to he needs them to know this stuff. He needs them to stay away from the saw when they're cutting. He needs them to pay attention when they're paying and all this, but they're not paying attention. So he's calling into this radio show that he knows his students listen to, and he just wants these guys every 30 minutes or so. It's no big deal. Just put this message out there. And that was his whole angle. And he went at these guys didn't know who he was, but he went at it for like 30 minutes, and they actually started playing along. It was so funny.
That's awesome.
But it's the idea that you take something from society, like whether it's political or sociological, You take it and then you create a character that kind of fits in it, but weird.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like, I don't know. And then you for him, he just riffs. He doesn't write stuff down. He creates the character and then he riffs, and then it just ends up
Yeah.
being hilarious. So I've thought about trying to write from that perspective, from that angle, but
hmm
I don't know.
Yeah. It is kind of hard.
Can we play again?
Do you
Yes,
want to play
please.
that game again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Andrew, maybe turn off the cheats. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hold
Good
on.
game.
Turn off
Addison, like
cheating.
you're putting your 100% into that one.
Yeah, I put 100% into those 3 stars.
Andrew,
No, I didn't.
no?
But the good news is, oh, he's not ready yet. The good news is it's in Bulgaria. So
Oh yeah,
that's
host
fun.
advantage. Ah, I see.
Yeah, I know.
It's because I'm
So-
lagging.
Well,
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about birth certificates and not
Oh.
that. So, yeah.
Trying
Birth
to
certificate
excuse
is
my poor
in
gameplay.
Bulgaria, stuck in customs. Danny was supposed to call a customs guy today, but he didn't because it's the weekend and apparently he wants to quote unquote relax or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna bug him then on Monday. So
they won't send it back, right?
I mean, the good news is, yeah, that it's stuck in customs, which means they don't send it back, right?
Okay.
They sent it back last time because it went through customs and was waiting at the office. You know what? It's probably because there's more than just a letter. That's probably why it's stuck in.
It's a whole packet. Like,
Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
probably, I got to pay a fee then, huh? Okay, so that's fine.
probably not as much as I paid to send it over.
$87? No, probably gonna think it's about that much. Unless I can convince them that they're just sunglasses. So, oh man.
But she put what's in there.
She did? Did she
Yeah,
say sunglasses?
She put sunglasses.
Oh, she
And-
did. She didn't say like Bose
Nope.
headphones.
She did
Okay,
not,
cool.
because we were talking to the guy here, and he's like, "Don't put like anything that makes it sound like it's expensive, because
Yeah.
what what they'll do with it."
Yeah,
when
yeah. Cool, cool,
get it.
cool. Sweet. Then I might be able to get away with a pretty low cost. Anyway, yeah. So
But you
that's
might
been
talk
fun.
about, because she might remember more than I do. I just remember like sunglasses. What else did?
Pills, pills, and a birth certificate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, hopefully,
Mm.
well, I spent one day trying to figure out where this place was, which was super fun. But the lady that I ran into was very nice. Like these people that work at government buildings are usually pretty mean people who don't speak any English. And so I went up to her and I'm like, I'm looking for a package. And she's like, perfect English. She's like, well, you won't be finding one here. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, come here. And she shows me the address I'm supposed to go to. And
Oh,
yeah, she's just really sweet. So,
so
She's
you're
not
like
American.
here?
what?
She's not American. I'm assuming.
Oh, no, definitely not. Come on, man. Get your head out of here.
We're known
No,
for
I'm
our
just kidding.
helpfulness.
You used to be. Oh, man. What
Hey,
happened?
we cleaned up World War II, I think, according to what I was taught.
Taught? Yeah. Oh, man.
Tom Hanks
Oh,
fucked Hitler up.
The
That was
I
funny.
listened to a guy today, and he was so brutal about, like, I talk smack about America, and even I was like, oh no, man, it's too much. I can't handle this. But he's basically talking about why America has made Russia and China into these giant bad guys because of the fall of the Anglo Saxon Empire, which
Right.
started with Great Britain and is ending with us. But basically, at some point, this empire has to fall, and it's starting to now. And
Yeah.
so we have to create bad guys who are conquering us, because the reality of we fucked ourselves up is just too harsh of a statement for Americans to handle. So it's going to be a lot easier on the American psyche to say China ruined us instead of saying we messed up.
So we're going to
So,
continue playing the victim and never be held accountable for our own actions.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
we'll end up being like Rome, right? Which is, yeah, we won't be held accountable for our actions, but the reality is that because we'll be falling, it won't matter anymore, because we're going to lose the world stage, and we're just going to be another country dealing with our own shit. And then all of a sudden we're going to be like Italy, which is like a former glorious whatever, and now they're just
Right.
like spending too much money and blaming other people for it. Like, you know, they're not moving forward
We're gonna-
in their
we're
their
gonna
world,
literally
and
be
we
Hong
won't
Kong.
either. Yeah, and we'll be
Just-
stuck in that until
Yeah.
somebody comes along and says, "Hey, let's start changing the way we think, people."
And-
so, you know,
Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
well,
Where's our
Change the
Paul
World Schools
Revere's?
is, man. Change the World Schools is going to be doing that, man.
Amen, brother. Amen.
That's right.
White power. Wait, what?
America. Oh, crap.
Sorry.
We're
It's a joke. It's a
Oh, God.
joke.
That's the Fox News guy coming out. I'm sorry.
Tucker Carlson, like, I know I said it, but I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I said it that way. I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
Oh man, I'm playing this game now with YouTube because, you know, they have the algorithms, right?
Ugh.
I was like, I watched. Usually, I'll when I watch American news, I'll watch one thing from CNN and then one thing from Fox,
Yeah,
and that's it.
just
right?
to realize
So
all
then
the things that are wrong that are being
right,
put out.
right, exactly.
You can
Yeah,
pick
you
out the
just sort
right
of
stuff.
piece together what's actually going on. Yeah, exactly. So the other day, when I watched that Hungarian thing with Tucker Carlson, I didn't watch a CNN piece to offset it. And now the algorithm is starting to send me this really red radical shit. And
Right.
I'm like, oh crap.
Let me guess.
So now
Mark
I'm trying to
Dice,
watch-
Steven Crowder.
Son of a bitch. Wow. you know them.
No, for sure. For sure. I listened to them for 4 years. They were great.
Okay.
They told me all the good
right,
things
all right.
Trump did. And now they're
Okay,
doing
cool.
exactly what CNN did during those 4 years
Right.
that I listened to them.
Right. Well, okay, so then I'm trying to watch a bunch of blue shit, and then all of a sudden I'm getting these things of, yeah, I'm a transgender, and I'm okay, and my pronoun is, and I'm like, oh no,
YouTube.
too far.
YouTube is
Too far.
clueless.
I'm like, oh shit. So now YouTube, I'm pretty sure is like, what the hell is this guy? Because he's like, he doesn't like women's freedom, but he wants transgenderism, but he doesn't like guns.
Some intern runs up to the CEO of YouTube. He's like, he's a Christian Democrat. I'll delete his account. We don't know what to do.
Cancel culture. Someone get cancel culture on him. He's not even popular yet. Yeah, but he will be, okay? With
How
the
many
shit
subs
that's
does he
going down.
have? 27. That's 27 less Democratic Christians in the world. Ah!
Get rid of him. Oh my gosh. Oh, geez.
Holy. That's crazy.
It's been great. So now I give up on YouTube now. I go to the Instagram shorts or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, all right, you guys kind of get where I'm at. So
Oh, man.
stick with you.
And you've heard of Rumble, right?
Oh, jeez. Rumble, I've heard of it. I haven't gone near it, so.
Yeah, so I listened to an interview with the guy from Rumble because I thought, Rumble, this is going to be the new YouTube, except it's free. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I listened to an interview with the guy that owns Rumble, and the way he
Yeah.
talked was basically the exact way Jack Dorsey talked, the guy that owned Twitter for a while.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I get it. You're saying it from my side. You're like, I just want I want to make a free platform where people can talk freely and aren't like insulted and people being toxic to them. And I'm like, that's what no what no no. I want to be toxic
Yeah.
to them.
He wrote
Oh
for
my
what's
gosh.
the guy who owned or wait, who owns Twitter now? Started.
I think Elon is going to buy
Pretty
it
sure
soon.
Elon is, yeah.
Okay.
But Jack Dorsey owned it for a long time, and that dude, I listened to the 2 big interviews he had with Joe Rogan, and the first one he had his lawyer there with him. Not a good start,
No.
but he was confident, and he was like, I want this platform to be a freedom of speech platform. I want this to be the stage that the world stands on, so we can have conversations about everything. And everything he said was like, yeah, totally.
Go
And then
in.
Joe would
Yeah.
ask a question about like, so why'd you ban Donald Trump? And then the lawyer would jump and be like, well, see, that was a situation where we had to be careful because there were things here and there were things here, and we just had to make sure that these people were protected. It's a bullshit. The second interview Jack Dorsey had on that platform or on that podcast, he was, I don't know how to say this, he was numb to everything. Every question he got, he was like, I don't know, maybe. I don't really,
Like dead.
I don't have
Like,
as much
yeah,
control as
somebody.
you think I do. That kind of thing. It's like the dude gave up hard.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Which I can imagine because it's easy to say, well, he was right or he was wrong.
Yeah.
But then you've got these, once you get a guy with a silver tongue, and that's pretty much everyone in politics and in social media, and except for Mark Zuckerberg, he's
and
a robot
and Joe Biden. Sorry, he does not have a silver
Oh.
tongue.
So except for robot Zuckerberg and Grandpa Biden, okay? who the hell knows how they got to where they are? But okay, let's. We got everyone else, and it's like it's easy to paint them as the bad guy or the good guy, depending on who you like, right? But then it's like, okay, so we want freedom of speech, but how much are we willing to have? Let's say 100 million out of the 300 million Americans are classified as idiots. And so 100 million of them go up there and say, guys, the earth is flat. Let's put a website out. Let's, really get the ball rolling on this freedom of speech thing, because that's kind of what's happening with the whole transgenderism shit, right?
So they're getting that ball rolling real well.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that's great. I kind of don't like that though. And so maybe freedom of speech isn't all that great, but then we get pissed off when, of course, our freedom of speech is impaired. And so it's like, where does that? Do we just let people talk shit? Do we just
honestly
let that idiocracy, pass on into the world, or do we not? And I can imagine right now I don't have to deal with that, right? I get to define truth based off of God, which I feel is important, and based off of an intellectual crowd, which as a school I get to prepare, right? So in my
but because of your anonymity, you get that freedom. You don't have society bearing down on you.
Exactly. If I was president or some kind of significant, social media guy that had
even if you're a meme
crap. Well, yeah, but as a meme, you're being made fun of. Like if you're Jack Dorsey and you're being told you have to block this guy or not block this guy, like you're defining
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, that's where you're just like, oh shit, that could run you right into the ground, because right isn't always right anymore when you're dealing with multi-million people's freedom of speech, right?
And you're at the top. Who do you turn to know what the right answer is? If you're an atheist and you're at the top, you don't even have the prayer to go to.
Yeah. You've got and that's it. Like, you don't got God, and you don't get to say, all right, look, people, you got to start being smarter if you're going to be part of my society, because he's not in that role. Like, he can't play that role either, right? So then it's just sort of like you either limit certain people's freedom of speech or you don't, and the only way you can decide that is based off of your choice of freedom of speech. So no matter what,
Right.
it's going to look like to someone that you're attacking them, right? So it's
Right.
like, oh, yeah, that stuff sucks.
But
But at the
that's
same time, it's a question, right? Like,
right.
what does
That's
what
his version. He's basing that on his version of the shadows he sees on the wall. Like our existence is literally, almost literally, we're in a cave tied up, and all we know is the shadows of we don't even see the fire. We just see the shadows that the fire casts.
right?
Like
Yep.
like that's our existence, and it's his version. He might be right next to me, but he still sees a different version of those shadows on
Oh
the
yeah.
wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I mean, and that's from an atheistic point of view. That's why I like
Right.
Christianity so much, because it takes those random shadows on the wall, and it's like, this is what this is, this is what this is. Just
Yeah.
i-
Yeah.
follow the rules. It's not hard.
Exactly.
There's a book.
Yeah.
It lays it out. So.
There's a book. We've got a to-do book for you. Okay, if you're a little lost on what you need, then there you go. You know,
It's
done
damn
it.
near
It's a little
step-by-step
long.
instructions. Come on.
Yeah, right. Oh man, where does it start from? The beginning.
Genesis.
So yeah, the beginning of all mankind and the planets and everything. Whatever, right? So you don't have to worry, man. Okay.
Well, okay. Where's it start? There was nothing, and then it started.
And then it started.
You can call it the Big Bang. I like to call it creation. Whatever.
Well, but it's like, even with that, I'm sorry, this is a sidetrack of what we were saying, but even from that, it's like God knew, like, he's like, how do I describe to someone who's finite what infinite is? And he's like, in the beginning there was, like, that's the best I can do, because there's no way, and I love this, because I was thinking about it, like, I'm a creator, you're a creator, we're all creators,
Mhm.
based off of our Father who's a creator, right? And so if I create a two-dimensional world with little people
I've had
on the
this thought,
paper,
yeah.
right, how in the world do I explain to them that third dimension? Like, how do I show them that? I'm like, guys, look at my hand. Well, you can't, because you're outside of the dimension that I live in. But it's like this. Like, how do you explain that? You don't, right?
How many comic book frames do I have to make to describe who I am from the creation's perspective?
Right. Oh man.
I mean, the closest you can get is Stan Lee showing up in his own movies, right?
Right.
But that's
Exactly,
the closest you get. I don't know who Stan Lee is. I don't know what his likes or dislikes are. I'm assuming he likes writing and superheroes. I'm assuming he dislikes Democrats. I don't know.
Yeah, right. All assumptions, but yeah, right.
It's all assumptions.
Oh man, that's why I love the, I love the whole 7 days thing. Like, on the first day he did this, second day he did this.
So simple.
And it could be actual days. It could be. Or it could be millions of years. But how do you tell ancient Israelis, hey, by the way, there's this whole millions of years paradigm shift? Like, you don't. You're like, all right, fine. Look, here, day one. Day what? Beginning, okay? Like, he was super simple in the way he describes stuff. And it's like, wow, that's incredible. I love it.
And even even if God described like I don't know, 7 trillion years or billion years, whatever evolutionists say there was for creation to actually happen, even if God described that to someone in ancient history, the guy would probably be like, I understand it. But I'm sorry, I have a brother, his name is Addison. He doesn't quite get that level of
what you're
thought.
saying.
So
Did you
I'm gonna
dumb it down for him?
like, yeah, it was a week, bro. You're right. It was a week.
Yeah.
I mean, and in the end too, it's not like by him doing that, he's like messing with our.
No, he's not changing the creation story.
Or
he's simplifying it,
like the future, like our eternal future, right?
Yeah.
It's not like he's like, look, you got to believe that this is a million-year-old thing, otherwise you're kind of doomed.
You believe it happened in millions of years? You're out.
Yeah, out of here. Jeez.
I'll be right there, you guys. Give me a second.
Okay.
Man.
I'll forgive you then. In the meantime. Oh shoot. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, she's not here.
Sorry, I'm
Did
just
we
letting
take
Sophie
out?
pee real quick.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
I don't
guess
want
who
her to
else
pee in the
needs to
house.
pee, huh?
Well, hurry up and go. Hopefully you go quicker
Everybody
than Soap.
pees,
Oh, she had to
This is
do
my
something
favorite
else.
song.
even when we try.
No, even when we're dry.
Oh, even when we're dry.
That's it.
I have never. Is this an actual song? I feel like that guy from
No.
Enchanted.
Everybody
You know
cries.
this song?
Come
Everybody
on.
cries. I couldn't remember the words.
Because you ruined it?
No.
I am my dad's child. You give me the right words and I remember the tune, I'm gonna sing it my way, right?
100% me.
Man. Oh, okay. You said dad, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, I'm gonna pull something that if I was a dad, I would have. Yeah. So I was like listening to music today, and I have newer music that I'm listening to, but then I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to like Yanni or Enya in a long time, and they're still alive, right? So I was like, I want to see what they've been up to, right? Nothing. They have been
Seriously?
up to nothing. Yanni put out a new album. Old music, like they're done.
You know they're getting old, right?
I know they're getting old, but so is
Sorry.
David
AC/DC's getting old.
Silver.
They're still touring.
Yeah, but what's the
Well-
other guy? The guy that does soundtracks for movies. John Williams.
Yeah.
That dude crushes it in the music world too, as far as that genre goes, right?
Not just that.
I mean,
Steven Spielberg, Michael Bay, they're still doing stuff.
right?
They're
I'm
getting
just
old.
saying, like, getting
Okay,
old.
but do they all have families too?
Here's my question though.
Sure they do.
Is Yanni, because I know it was like maybe 10 years ago we went to a Yanni concert.
yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
One of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is he still
I loved
touring?
it. I don't know, man. I just went on Spotify to look up their latest albums.
Okay, so I'm guessing that
And
they're
then-
still touring, but they're like, I mean, the new stuff isn't hitting as well. People love the hits, so I'm gonna go around the world, play the songs that everybody loves, and just meet my fans. Like I would do that
You know,
if I
I
was
would do that.
Yanni.
I don't
He
think he is though.
Not just that, he
Now I
puts
gotta
on
look.
such a good show.
Oh, seriously. Like,
Okay, but after 2020, a lot of people got real messed
Oh.
up.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got
Like,
used to being
19.
home.
Yep.
Not
19
just
was the last tour he went.
There's
He went
so
on.
much like, fear. Also, fear
Oh,
factor.
especially yeah, because you're around so many people. Even if you have any kind of
Yeah.
thought in your mind that the virus is dangerous to you, you just like stay away from
Yeah.
even the few
yeah.
people, much
Yeah.
less the mobs.
So I was listening to Fluffy Network's Netflix special, whatever.
Gabriel
And,
Iglesias,
Yeah. Yeah.
weird.
And his latest
You
one.
just brought him
And
up.
it
No,
was,
yeah,
it
I
reminded-
listened to a podcast with him yesterday. That's weird that you were. Yeah,
Okay.
this
well,
keeps happening.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Knock it up.
Yeah, that's weird.
Anyway.
Cut it out, Martin.
He reminded me in that special of Yanni because he did his hour-and-a-half special.
Exactly.
Then he pulled up the clock and he's like, look, I want you guys to know that I officially obliged or fulfilled my obligation to Netflix and to you guys. You can go home now. Now this is just me talking. And then he took the timer and he threw it off stage. And then he's like, I'm just going to get a soda real quick. You guys cool with that? He goes and he grabs a soda and he's like, so what's up? You know,
He
and it's
just
like,
wants to hang
my
out more.
gosh. Seriously, I'm like, I love that. That is so incredible.
That is
Oh,
awesome.
man.
Okay,
yeah.
so he wears Hawaiian shirts. You know that?
They're my
Yep.
favorite.
You know why he wears Hawaiian shirts?
Mm-mm.
Because he's a
Robin-
little big.
No, because Robin Williams wore Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a huge fan. And there was this one show where his manager called up and he's like, I got someone for your show, but he wants to come on after you, which
Okay.
Gabriel is a headliner. He is the end of the show every single
Mhm.
night. So when someone's
Yeah.
like, I want to come after you, it's like, no, I'm the one. And
Mhm.
his manager was like, he's like, so who is it? And he's like, I can't tell you. And he's like, you have to tell me. If he's gonna go after me, you have to tell me. And he's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
I can't tell you, but you have to know I am the best secret keeper you've ever met. And he's like, all right, fine, put him after me. And then he's
Mhm.
up on stage, he's telling jokes, he gets a piece of paper that says Robin Williams is here. He takes the mic and he goes to his audience and he's like, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna put someone else on, and they start booing. And he's like, no. You're gonna forget who Fluffy is as soon as I tell you this name.
Oh, jeez.
And he
Oh,
brings
That's
Robin
awesome.
Williams out and the crowd goes nuts. Oh,
oh.
it's such a I listened to that yesterday. It's so weird that you okay. That's
Wait, do
crazy.
you listen? Are you listening to the podcast of the
No, it's
special that I watched?
no,
Or
it's Impulsive. You know who Logan
okay,
Paul is?
no.
Yeah, no one does. But it's his
Hmm.
podcast and Gabriel was on it. And I just like I don't know. I love Fluffy. He's so funny.
Oh yeah, no, and he was. I mean, afterwards, after the special, he's like talking about how, he's really worried because cancel culture is going to come up, and
Mhm.
there's something that's out there, and he tells this really, like, he's getting serious, right? He's not doing jokes
Mhm.
so much. I mean, he's doing a little bit of jokes, and the thing that's so impressive, because I've heard, like, I've listened to comedians who stop joking and they're not funny, like they're not
No.
listen worthy people. They're like,
No, they're
all
going
right,
for the applause and that's it.
yeah, and it's like, all right, get off the stage, man. I don't want to listen to you. So
Mhm.
anyway, but he's just like, he's captivating. Like he's in. They rented out a stadium, right? So I mean, it's not a small audience; it's a huge audience, and he's captivating him, right? And he's telling this story about how, when he first started doing comedy or whatever, he whatever, the audience started giving him drinks, and by the end of the whole thing, um, he ended up walking off the stage naked, right? And the reason that he was bringing it up was because the video that Martine had taken of this
Mhm.
had been in their bag, and the bag had been stolen. And so he was
Oh.
aware that since it's out there somewhere, that somebody might, bring this
Oh,
footage forward or
yeah.
whatever. And so he's like, I just want you guys to know that this is what happened. I'm really sorry. And if you want to be part of the cancel culture, I understand or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
Holy
like
cow.
he's stepping forward already and taking ownership of this. And it's like, I mean, I like people like that, right? It's just, it's impressive. I think it's
Right.
really impressive
And
that,
not necessarily
like,
like apologizing for it, but he's like, this
right,
happened, it's
like,
out there.
yeah. And
I'm
so he's taking control of the story so that he can say why he had done whatever he had done. And
yeah.
now people have a more honest thing than some random person who's like, saying whatever they decide to put a spin on the story for, right? So anyway,
That's
it's
yeah.
pretty awesome.
He's for me, he's such a breath of fresh air because even in my mind, Andrew Schultz had the best special of the year, hands down.
Okay.
It was so funny. But he brought up politics, abortion, all the hot topics. He's so
Mm-hmm.
good he can bring those up and still make them funny, but he
Mm-hmm.
still brought them up. Fluffy, in my mind, is that breath of fresh air where you're like, I know, he's just gonna make me giggle. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
want. I don't need
Yep.
anything important. I don't need to applaud or be like, "You're right, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're right." No, I just want to
Right.
giggle.
Exactly. Yep. Oh man. No, and I was listening to whoever it was before. It was a gal comedian. I'd mentioned her to you,
Oh,
and then you had made the comment.
she's a blonde, right?
Yeah,
She's so funny. Yeah,
She's
I know who you're
so funny.
talking about.
Okay. Anyway, and then you had mentioned, oh yeah, I like these comedians who are actually there are these female comedians who are actually funny, not these, women who are, feminist or whatever, and you know,
Mm.
and then you mentioned a couple names, and I had written one of them down, Lisa, something with an L, and because I was like, okay, well, I want to be the determiner of whether she's actually feminist or she brings up good points.
Right.
Like there's good feminism and there's bad feminism, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Abigail!
I want to.
This is the first time I've ever won this game ever.
And you just twice you doubled Andrew's score. Let's not talk about my score.
But Addison, that's because you told me that you wanted me to lose. That's what you texted me, right?
That's not
Lose
funny.
for Abigail, right? That's
I
what
didn't want you to
you
say
said.
it out loud.
Sorry.
I took a picture of our scores and I was like, do something, Andrew.
I got a picture of you sneaking into her cheek, so that's
the way,
why I stopped.
Abigail, I did look at our scores last time. Andrew was at 280 something. You were at 98 and I was at 100. So I think we know who tries hard at this game, right?
I'm gonna try
If
hard.
you're saying me, that's not the case.
You have so
My
many
dumbass
points.
strategy just keeps working with you guys, so
Distraction.
I don't ever change my strategy
distraction.
in this game.
Oh,
man.
okay, really quick, Addison. Proverbs 7:28. Even a fool is thought wise if he keeps silent, and discerning if he holds his tongue.
728.
17:28.
Wow.
Yep. So that was in the Bible.
Do you think that's where because it's an actual quote. I quoted somebody. I didn't quote the Bible, right?
Yeah, but it came from the Bible.
Proverbs 15:2. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
Did you
read from the King James?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine says smartasses are dumb and
don't be stupid, stupid.
Don't be stupid, stupid.
Did you say 15:20? What?
Proverbs 15:2. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. I'm sorry, aright and poureth are not real words.
I know. They are. They're just old.
Yeah, they're archaic.
Mine. I'm not reading the Passion, but it's the NIV, which is more like, the tongue of the wise commends knowledge, and the mouth of the fool gushes folly. I like those words better than aright and other stuff.
It was 17.
No, I know.
I know.
I searched that, and then they gave me a treasury of scripture that cross references and other stuff, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, that kind of matches.
See, but I think that a lot of these, because if you look at chapter 17, for example, it's not necessarily a chapter where it's like, let's tell a story. It's like every verse is like a quote that should be posted somewhere.
Yeah.
An evil man is bent on only rebellion, but a merciless officer will be sent against him. Like, it's
like you could make T-shirts out of each verse.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that if you're wondering if the Bible's been plagiarized, I think it's been done time and time again because that's where truth comes from.
Oh, but the beauty! How many times has God come forward and was like, "Hey, that's mine. I wrote that. You give me credit, you piece of shit."
Huh.
Man.
I don't feel like I've heard him say that before.
No, it says it here. It says,
and give rightly
a piece of shit.
The ownership.
You shall not plagiarize.
Those words I've given before you.
Oh my gosh.
All
right, are you guys gonna start or what?
Sorry. Oh, sorry there.
can't stop choosing to play. Can't stop.
Can't stop and I won't stop. Can't stop
Okay.
and I won't stop.
I wish Alec would play with us.
He's gonna, yeah,
Me
he
too.
will soon.
When?
I think he's going hobo status here Christmas time-ish.
Hobo status?
Yeah, he's what I understand is that he's quitting his job so that he can focus on his life.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Can
I
mute
did-
myself
I
for a second?
I made the same sound.
Yep. Well, that's because I feel like we've all tried to do that, and then we're like, hey, I need a job so I can keep moving
I just
forward.
have to go on a journey of self-discovery. And actually, I found out that I need money.
Here's the deal. This is what's going to happen. Less than 7 years down the line, he's going to be like, why didn't I move to Bulgaria so I could see how Andrew's doing it and also teach at the same time all the things I wanted to do at that time in my life?
He's never gonna say that. But what's
Oh.
funny to me is that the three of us are millennial aged, and yet we've never really said, I need to quit my job to focus on my life, like a typical millennial thing.
We've
And then our youngest brother, who's a Z Nation kid, is like, I need to quit my job. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of him. It's just so
no,
funny.
but it's like we're kind of boomers, and then he's kind of a millennial, even though we're
Right.
we're almost one generation
our
backwards.
Whole family is
This is why we
beyond
don't
the
fit in.
generation. Oh my
Millennial.
God. That
I
makes
just want to
more
have
sense.
children and get a job.
That's what that girl said when I was like, hey, you want to go on a date? And she's like, I don't date boomers. That makes sense now. Like,
Wait, are
Yeah.
you for real?
no, I haven't.
Oh,
Not
I
for
was
real.
like,
That
what?
would be super weird.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
My word.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm glad I got that laughter out before I saw him add credits
I
this
know.
time.
I was literally
Now you can just give him a smirk. Like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. I'm
Okay,
just going to have to give him that smirk with that thing in my eye saying, please don't say it out loud, man. Please.
Andrew starts to sweat profusely.
The worst.
No.
The worst is if Alakai came, like, you're having a serious conversation. He's like, I just need time to find myself, and you're like, sorry, I'm sorry.
There was this Community episode. It was really funny.
You reminded me of it.
Here's the sad thing. I can see myself doing that, laughing, and then being like, oh, sorry. But the thing is, if I do it,
sorry,
I will be
stupid. So dumb.
That's
Alex,
so stupid.
It is the
I'm
community
so
thing, right?
sorry. I'm so sorry. You're so stupid.
You're so stupid. Oh, such a dummy. Oh my god.
I think the biggest issue is because, like, I've found this ability with people in my life that I can say stuff to them that's real, and they understand I mean it from a sincere place, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can talk to Mama, I can talk to Daddy, you, Abigail, pretty openly about stuff, and you know that whatever I say is from a sincere place. Alakai, he's
Yeah.
pulling a hard Andrew, right? Where I'll be talking to him about real stuff, and he's like looking off in the distance. He's like, no, yeah, okay,
it makes you smack him.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Feel this way on a regular basis.
And it's just like, bro, I love you, right? I want the best for you. I'm not trying to shit on you. If I was, I would just be like, you're skinny and weak.
I'm just trying to help you not be a dumbass. That's all.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
I made stupid decisions as a kid. Here's how not to do that.
Right?
And he's
Yeah.
looking at me
And
like,
you can-
ugh.
You don't know anything. You don't know my life. Do you know how many
David,
girls I like right
You've
now?
never experienced this before. No, I guarantee you I have.
No, and the thing that's so awful is that you guys do the jokes of how he's like me, and the reality is that it's just like I can't even offer him advice because I know,
You can
like,
see the
maybe he's
face.
not exactly like me, but yeah, it's like I see the face that I would have given, which is like, you have no idea what you're talking about, and since
Okay.
I know everything,
Then I pray,
you may step away.
if anything, I pray new insight over you, Andrew, that you'd be like, this is exactly what I needed. And then you can talk to him because he has nothing
No, Abigail,
to do.
think about it though. I'm sorry, I've
Whoa.
said this again and again, right? With all of us, where did we get our insight? Where did we get the dream?
Experience.
Right? Where did we get it?
God.
Yeah, and did we get it from? Yeah,
Yes.
well, okay, obviously God. Everyone knows
Okay.
God, but the reality is we didn't sit at home one day and then all of a sudden Mama came up to us, or one of our siblings came up to us and said, you know, you really should change your life around, and you're like, oh, shoot, you're right, Mom.
Well, gosh.
Dang it! I wish I should have been told that sooner. Thanks a lot.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
I mean, it's fine. I'll talk to him and everything. But it's like we get all these seeds planted from our family, right?
Yeah.
But it's not until you go out into that world and somebody that somehow hits you that certain way, all of a sudden
Right.
makes you go, oh shit, this is what I got to be doing. And yeah, it pisses all the rest of us off because we're like, we've been telling you that this whole time. But you know, still,
I would
you gotta
say
wait for that, right?
that there's a difference though, because I remember when I was first starting to smoke weed, and Mom and Daddy were like talking to me about it, and like, just, I don't know if this is good for you. And Daddy came up and he's like, I couldn't imagine anyone in my family smoking weed, and like there was no connection, not an ounce of connection. But when I feel like Bethany likes me, and I gotta just have a conversation with her and tell her that like it's not gonna work out between us, then I can be like, don't do that. Okay? She
Don't-
hasn't said
don't be-
anything to you. This is something I've been through. I had a friend who I thought liked me, and I went to her and I was like, hey, it's just not going to work out between us. And she's like, what are you fucking talking about?
Mhm.
Right? It's embarrassing. And I had an actual story that I could be like, this is what happens when you do this. Versus, when I was going through that, Mom and Daddy weren't willing to share their private stories when they were kids. Like they didn't share that stuff with us. And so
Okay,
I
but do
see
you
that
feel
as
like
a
he
difference.
responded well to that?
No.
Do you feel like he responded?
No.
Shit, Addison, you had my hopes up. I'm like, I'm the firstborn, so I never had someone older who, guided me, other than parents who, did not share personal things like that at all. So I was like, oh, maybe that does something.
Why the hell would you should?
I feel like
I don't understand. What?
if I'm clear with him
Why?
on how I'm not trying to make fun of him, he responds.
Abigail,
but I don't.
are you talking about Mama and Daddy?
Yeah, why wouldn't they share stuff like that?
They never did. I know
They
you
just
were
didn't. They
too
do
young
now,
at the
but
time. Yeah, but when I
What
was
the heck?
16, I remember, no, 17, I was waiting in front of Mount Vernon Christian for Addison, and I remember like thinking to myself, I was saying out loud, I was like, oh, I heard that Clancy drinks alcohol or something like that, right?
oh,
I was like, yeah,
Oh.
and I was just being really, really judgmental, right? I was like, I just can't imagine why people would drink alcohol. Like, how completely stupid do you have to be?
I remember
And she
this conversation.
and she reacted. She said, well, you shouldn't, judge, when your father and I drank, it was because of what? And I was like, what? And I completely lost it. Like, I was like thinking my parents drink alcohol, and I lost it. And she was like, hey, and I was like, you never told us this before. And I was just really losing it. I'm like, well, at least you guys didn't have sex before marriage. She was quiet. And I was like, no! Like, I had just lost my mind.
My life is ruined. Okay,
It's
that's
broken.
all I can say.
It's broken.
I mean,
So, back then, they didn't share stuff, right?
I worked
I
with
don't-
Daddy for 10 years. And over that 10 years, it wasn't even an acknowledged thing, but around 3 o'clock, we would all just kind of stop working, hang out, and talk for like 20, 30 minutes. I don't know why. It was just a thing we did. And out of all the conversations we had about everything, he told me about movies, he told me about women, he told me about mama, stories all over the place. For so long, I thought that mama was the second girl he dated and he married her and, all above board. All
Yeah.
above board.
Wow.
Man.
I'm not
What
judging him, but it's like, how am I supposed to
Yeah.
take his advice if he didn't even take his advice? Or if he's not giving me the bad, and this is what happened
Full
when I
truth.
did the bad, or the truth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, because I think it would have been, I don't know. Obviously, it is easy to judge parents because, you can blame them on a whole thing of myriad of things. But I feel like if I'm sharing with my kids, let's say, don't do marijuana, and then I share with them the history of, what I did and, the reactions I had and stuff like that. And, this is why if I could go back, then maybe I wouldn't do this or that. I don't know why I said marijuana. I meant like, well, yeah, like with any of that stuff though.
No, actually, Mama told me about a time she did speed. And I weirdly, it was when I was like 16, 17. So when I started taking
That's when she tried.
She tried it. She needed it once for a test, and it made her fall asleep. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Right.
No,
She doesn't even do drugs well.
Our parents suck. No, but it was because of that. When I started doing Adderall, it was pretty easy for me to go and talk to her about it, because it's like, she's done something similar. She knows the feeling and what it's like, and she certainly can't judge me for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
Yeah.
it creates a different dynamic when you're honest. And I'm not saying be honest with your children from the start. Like, hey, what's up? You're 2. You know what I did in high school? Whoa! No,
you obviously have to wait till 3 or 4.
Yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That way they'll remember it.
Mm-hmm.
No one remembers shit when they're told when they're 2.
Oh man,
I don't even know what to do with that.
Just give up.
You could hear it in her voice. I mean, that was definitely defeat right there. Like, okay. Which again fits perfectly with one of my characters. She's trying to get her brother to, work for her, right? And so he's like, I want to sell apples. She's like, we don't sell apples. And he's like, telescopes, computers. Like, he's guessing, right? And finally, she's just like, let me tell you, okay? And she's like, we sell stocks. And he's like, you mean like the stockings, like socks? She's like, no, like the stock market. And he's like, oh, the stock market. I'm going to sell the stock market. And she's like, no. All right, fine, whatever. At that point, she's done. So.
I would definitely get defeated. I'd be like, okay, yeah, do it.
Yeah, it's yours. Go
Google.
ahead, sell the stock market.
How to make a stock market.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
I like that. I love stuff like that. Have you seen The Night Watch?
No, I haven't.
It sounds familiar.
So there's this. It's based in the suburbs. It's just a bunch of middle class guys, and they come together to kind of create a night watch for their neighborhood. And and it's super dorky, Ben Stiller style. But and so at one point he gets matching jackets for all of them. And one of the guys is British, and he doesn't quite understand American vernacular and that kind of stuff. So he goes, these jackets are the shits. And his buddy leans in and goes, it's just shit, bro. And he goes, these jackets are just shit.
Oh my goodness.
He's joking.
That's awesome.
Oh my
I
Lord.
was just listening to someone who was talking about like the meaning of shit and how it's you can change like it's bad if you say it's shit, but you can say it's the shit and then it's good and he is the shit. That's good. He's full of shit though. That's bad. You know.
I love
it
that
was
stuff.
so
I love that stuff.
Seriously.
Makes
Oh
total
yeah, because
sense.
you don't realize how messed up your language is until you're like, wow, we put a lot on shit, like good and bad. We're just like,
Right.
oh, and
There's-
you can take a shit, but don't give a shit. You know, like, I just love that. Oh man.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Ah.
jeez.
Something crazy happens. It's oh shit. You know, it's just
Oh shit. Yeah.
Good job, Addison.
thanks. I needed a win. Ooh.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, I got my content for the tubes. No.
That sounds so weird.
That's all it's
Oh,
about,
yeah.
right?
I meant YouTubes.
I know.
That sounds weird too. I meant YouTubes.
Just end it right there, man. End it right there. Okay.
No further comment.
So really quick, I got suggestions for you guys. Now here's the downside of all these suggestions. They're all single player, okay? So they don't help. But
Okay.
Addison,
Mhm.
Songs of Six, there's a free demo. You should definitely try it out.
Is this on Steam?
And on Steam. And Six is spelled S-Y-X, okay? And then I don't know if you ever did try or played it's called dang it, I have it somewhere on this computer. Nomadic. Shit. Hold on. Dream Engines Nomadic Cities. Have you tried that one at all?
No.
Okay, so
that
think
looks
of
cool. I think you told me about this.
yeah, and I did actually buy it. And think Factorio with an RPG element. So
No.
you are on the planet for a certain amount of time. You've got a city, and there's a section of it that's going to take off with you, and then another section that you're leaving behind. So you're doing all these, you know, what do you call them? The things that move resources, right?
Yeah, belts and
Yeah.
inputters
So you
and
do-
outputters.
Yes. So you're doing all these belts and whatever, but the stuff you're building on your city is like the stuff that you want to keep for the next game.
What
And
was
so the game
yeah.
lasts like
Oh.
45 minutes to an hour, right? And then you keep upgrading shit on the platform, and you can actually expand your city's platform too if you want to. So
Oh my
highly
gosh.
recommend, because I know you liked Factorio, and every time I play that, it's like, oh, this is Factorio with an RPG element to it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that game?
that's
It was like a space. You were like a robot building a something like this where. Dang, you had to like chop down grass to get bio products, and then chop up
Rift
Cobalt.
Breaker.
Ridgebreaker. It reminds me of
Yeah.
Ridgebreaker a little bit.
Yeah, except Rift Breaker, Factorio, those ones you're there. So you're there for hours and hours and hours.
Right.
With this one, I think the longest I played on a map was about an hour and a half, because the other element to it is a kind of they are billions element, which is you get attacked periodically by hordes, and the longer you
Right.
stay on the map, the bigger the horde gets. And at some point, you really got to think to yourself, how much do I want to build defenses versus how much do I want to just get the hell out of there with whatever resources I collected?
Is it worth it?
So exactly. So I mean, for me, the longest time I played was an hour and a half, maybe, and then you take
Okay.
off. And I love the takeoff part because I mean, they do a nice swirl around so you can see your city taking off as it goes, but then also it's a nice end. So like with Factorio or Riftbreaker, you're always thinking, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and so then when you're wanting to quit, it's about 5 hours that have passed by, right? And with this, it's sort of like I took off, it ended, that city's safe, so now I can leave the game if I want to, or I can drop down and do another one, you know.
You dropped down with the city you took off with?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. RPG, right? You upgrade stuff on your platform, and that is yours no matter where you go.
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, I love this
Oh.
game. I love it so much.
So you can build outside.
anyway.
Wait,
You
can build
Yeah, you can
outside
build
your
on
structure.
the platform, and you can build off the platform. Yep, but whatever's off the platform gets
Doesn't-
abandoned,
yeah.
and the stuff that's yeah.
That's so cool. And it's so
Oh, yeah,
like the
and
way
what
it
I-
takes off is like what is it, Magneto with the bridge, where it's just like, yeah, all of it. Oh.
Yep, by the way, if you're not on the bridge, because this happened to me, the city leaves you behind and you die.
No
So
way.
don't let that happen either.
Okay.
So you try to demolish your other buildings, right, to get as much resources as you can. So you're like
Yeah.
demolishing. And I'm thinking, there's no way they're gonna like. There's no. The game has to do something like
I-
auto return you
Yeah,
to the
I
city
am
or
the
whatever.
main
right?
character.
Yeah. Nope. They leave without you, and you die. I mean, so don't do that.
Wow.
Really great game. Highly recommend it. If you want to wait till Christmas, I'll bring it and you can play it. But at least YouTube it a little bit and see what you think.
Yeah.
So-
I added it to my follow. I have a hard.
Cool.
I
And
like.
then-
I really like games like this, like Factorio.
Yeah.
The only reason Factorio keeps me away is because you don't just play 30 minutes. You play 3 hours,
Exactly.
which turns into 10 hours, which turns into 70 hours.
Yep. No, and that's why I mean I love Kingdoms Reborn too, right? Or Europa Universalis. I mean, all these games are amazing, but they suck every hour. And then the problem is that, you know, for me, the next day I'm going to work, but then because I'm starting something, I'm still processing it, even though
Yeah.
I need to be focused on
All day at
something
work.
related, right?
And then,
Yeah.
And
So-
for me, it's like maybe I can get off an hour early, so I can just go home and spend an extra
Right.
hour on this, or maybe I'll
Yep.
stay up
Well,
an hour
for-
later.
For me, it's not that. It's that I'm at work for 4 to 6 hours without kids, which I should use to do curriculum building and stuff like that. But then I'm like, well, I have a gaming computer here at school.
Oh,
could
no.
just do a
I
little-
couldn't-
Yeah,
I
and
couldn't
I
do
did that
that.
once. Oh, I did. And it's like all of a sudden I realized people who are passing me by are seeing me, and I'm pretty sure they're not looking at a guy who's working diligently on his computer. They're looking at a guy who's like, yeah, gaming.
Like, where's my
Nope,
next
can't
hit
do
of
that
crack?
anymore. Yep. So I stopped doing that.
If I ever became a teacher, I would have to buy a laptop that had no guts. It's just Word documents. That's all it works with.
Yeah.
Because
I've because I'm wanting to buy computers for us, but that's been the thing is like I want high end gaming type of computers so that they can do stuff like photo editing, video, you know, all that different stuff.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's like that could pose a problem then for teachers as well as for kids, right?
yeah.
So
That's what the Raspberry Pi
Um,
should do. Is they should focus on creating document computers that only work with Word and Excel and that kind of stuff. And maybe Minecraft.
that is what
but they're putting out like
actually that's what they do.
they have the device, but it's not like I can't just go out and buy it for my desktop because I'm not as computer savvy. I don't know how to download Linux or any of that. If they built a computer,
So they do that, right? The new Raspberry 4,
Oh, really?
Pi 4, the little drive is already downloaded the Raspberry Linux system. You're not going to use Windows, Microsoft Word, but you can, of course, use Google Docs or Google, any of their Google suites. But they also have a Windows, a Word version of, they have a typing document. Basically you can type whatever you want, make PowerPoint, stuff like that. It's just not with Windows. So, and it's all pretty straightforward. The only thing that's a little bit tricky is updating, but it's like you don't need to update if you don't want to. You can just keep everything with the old system. But the updating is kind of weird because you have to go into a command prompt and type in, weird stuff. So
Why?
anyway, yeah.
Mm.
Abigail, sorry.
What?
I'm losing you, but I have a suggestion for you too, okay? Because I know you like Kingdoms Reborn, and then you say things like, you don't like how the buildings are built close together or whatever.
Mm.
And so I'm playing a game called every now and then called Ostriv.
Is it on
Ostriv, where are
Steam, whatever?
you? It's on Steam, yeah. Ostriv, and you've got a double bonus with this game. First of all, it's kind of like building, like Kingdoms Reborn, where you're building houses and you're building things like woods, places to get wood and all that stuff. But your houses can be built very customizable. So when you put the house down, you can put a backyard down, and it doesn't have to be like a square backyard. You can angle it how you want. So like I have yards that go up against the riverbanks, and then
they actually built
things
the
like
houses.
that. Yeah, and then they're very like people grow gardens in their backyard so that they can feed themselves and stuff like that. Very gorgeous game, and it's so like on a normal speed, you could spend 12 hours. Like I'll play it, when I'm at home and I've got work to do. So I'll play it and then I'll do my work, and you can look away from the game for like an hour or two if you want, and nothing tragic will happen. Like it's a very slow but still very beautiful game.
I'm
Yeah, and you can speed it up if you want. Yeah, I love it. And the double bonus to it, the guy is Ukrainian, and so you will be helping out a Ukrainian whatever. So there you go.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
This is why I played
No,
Roller Coaster Tycoon when I was a kid.
Oh, you want to talk?
Really?
Yeah, it was something you could set up, and then just walk away from, do your chores.
Andrew,
It's for money to your account. You put it
so that's what you wanted.
I do love this game. It's very
I wish that's what I do.
it can be really complex,
That's
but
okay.
because it also can go
Golly.
really slow, you just
My door's open. The
you
door's
just
open.
set stuff down. And
No,
and the thing that because I'm a very I like the grid, right? That's just
Yeah.
really what I do.
No, I remember you in art
can't
class.
really.
How many times?
Well, art class, and you've seen my Kingdoms Reborn builds too, right? Like very gridded,
straightforward,
homes
efficient.
and things like that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
And then over here, it's just like it's impossible to do. I try and do it, and it works for about 2 seconds, and then it just doesn't work. And by the time I'm done,
it looks cool.
like if you get up to 200 people, the village, the natural, like you can
You're breaking
see
up, Abigail.
the 6
What
houses.
the heck?
You can see the 6 houses I tried to
game.
grid, and then the rest of it's just this
Know how to get
fluid,
to it.
beautiful village that's just right up against the river, and it looks so beautiful.
But
So
this is what you're missing when it comes to art is the ability to let a mistake be. I'm looking at this world that this person's created on the Steam page, and it's kind of a mess, but at the same time it's reminiscent of the world I live in. Just like, what is this intersection? This is retarded, but it's also it's home. It's beautiful.
Yeah. No, and honestly, this game does allow the artist within me, because then it's like, okay, I know I can't do a grid, so I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
And right now, this looks super stupid, but I know that everything else I'm going to build has to adapt, because you're going to have, you're going to need to adapt.
Yeah.
It's just the way the game is. And I don't know. I love the stuff I make from it.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
I'm like, it was good to know what.
The only downside is that it's a single player, right? So,
Yeah.
This
All
is
3 of them.
One that is an
yeah,
online
all 3 of them.
games, kind of like
Damn.
Still,
and so
I think they're awesome. They're worth getting. I ended up buying Songs of Six
whatever
this last paycheck
this
because
game on Steam.
yeah, that one was fun. So
I think Dream Engines is the one I'm gonna get next
Don't
paycheck.
Oh yeah.
That
Need
looks
out
No,
so
and I think-
cool.
Get all my
Honestly, that's one. Every time I play, I think of you,
computer.
and I think of Abigail with Off Street
I need to
because
pull out
these are
here.
the two
Yeah.
that just sort of call to your personality. So
So maybe
anyway,
holidays.
You know Gmod?
Hey,
How's he doing?
who?
Hey,
Can I pause you for a second, Addison?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Will you remember what you're gonna say?
oh yeah.
I'm
That-
looking it up.
Daddy is here
How you doing, hon?
to say hello
Hey.
to you.
Hey.
Hey, how are you? Yeah.
Oh, good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man.
Oh yeah.
Can't complain. I may not get back to complain, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to
Yeah.
live a life free of complaining.
What?
That's it for me. I'm done. How are you?
I'm great. So yeah, I mean everything's good. I think everything's good.
He doesn't
How
want
does
to.
this thing go?
I think that's about it.
Wow. How's your new career?
Great. Oh man, so great. I was telling Abigail and Addison. Sorry, that was a little bit of sarcasm because the financial thing. But the truth of the matter is, I was telling Abigail and Addison that this last week we had, I think, 6 or 7 new kids join us in either after-school classes or tutoring or things like that. And compared to the number of kids leaving versus the number of kids coming, it's just really kind of awesome. And then my old school is also just become sort of my best ally in this adventure because they are continuing to do even more and more stupid things that's driving people away. So now there's all these people who are like, when are you going to start your school? And I'm like, AEA, thank you. Yes. Increase your prices by $2,000 next year. Yes. Kick out a bunch of 4th graders because they're too stupid. This is just great. I love this. So I'm really excited about their choices. So anyway.
I was thinking this conversation was going to go slightly different, sort of like promoting you and your after school programs.
Oh, that's the other thing. They've cut like half of their school programs. They had all these this flood of teachers, I guess, these parents who are also teachers who offer to do teaching new languages, to teach different programs like dance and stuff like that, and they rejected all of them. And so now these families are coming to me and they are starting after school classes at my school. So it's like, AEA, thank you. The success that we have could be no thanks to you. So anyway, I try really hard not to be negative when I'm talking to these parents, but it gets really hard when they start just jumping in, guns a-blazing, and I'm thinking, okay, they're my former boss, so they have their reasons. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. So
Just continue that culture of honor, no matter what, will majorly bless you.
It really will. We
Hey,
I-
if I can pull up the
don't-
Bible verse.
I never had a teacher like that. I had a contractor, builder that was who I would complain to him about somebody else or anybody else. It didn't matter who it was, but it would be people that he could easily have chimed in with, and he was very gracious. He would listen. He'd just listen, and then he would go on, and everything he said was, I can remember one guy who really did him wrong, and he very calmly explained how maybe I could help him and stuff like that. But it was like, it was impressive how well he dealt with people who he found in a negative way, right? It was, I don't know.
yeah,
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Only you would
Yeah.
remain silent.
And-
That would be your wisdom.
right. Yeah.
13:5.
right.
What's that?
Joe talking about this earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. 13.5. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Job 13:5. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Even I'm deaf.
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's going pretty good. I got 5 interested candidates for the school to start now. The only thing that's kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about these groups of families, all 5 of them are Israeli families. So I'm gonna have to start diversifying the group a little bit.
Yeah, get some blacks in there, bro.
Like, we're gonna start Change the World schools, and they're gonna be like, "Shalom, shalom, welcome. Yes, come on in, come on in." We
Should
don't
be-
celebrate on
goes
Friday
from-
night because the Sabbath is coming. Shabbat shalom. Yeah, okay.
Goes from the Change the World schools to the Israeli Change the World schools.
My guys, we're not starting the Israeli one for several years. This is
Change
bullcrap.
the
Come
Muhammad
on.
schools.
So, guys, we brought in a Muslim guy. Isn't that great, guys? Guys. Man.
Oh my gosh.
Geez.
Know what to do with all of this. I'm like,
Me
is
neither do I.
Oh, I know where I want to go, but I don't think I can go there. I think we gotta cut it off at the pass.
Right.
did you talk
It's too soon, man.
about Addison?
Sorry, what?
Did you talk to Andrew about Alakai and Subway?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so last week we went to Subway for lunch. Abigail, me, and Alakai, and we're ordering. People behind us, people in front of us. 2 lovely young ladies behind the counter, and Alakai goes,
Okay.
"Is it too soon to bring up Jared?"
Wait, Jared?
Yeah, Subway,
Subway-
Jared,
You remember the Subway guy?
pedophile
Subway?
Jared.
Okay, the guy that had big pants, he lost like
Yeah.
200 pounds.
Do you
Yeah,
remember why he ended up not being representing Subway anymore?
he actually
Did he kill an elephant?
he almost brought Subway down as a company. No, he had child porn on his laptop.
Oh shit. Okay, nope,
Yeah.
didn't know that. Not even close. I was thinking
So
maybe
now
he said something anti-Semitic.
I'm going to
Okay,
tell you
so
the
then
story again. We're
Tell
standing
the
in
story
line.
again. Thank you.
People in front
Yep.
of us, people behind us,
Uh-huh.
2 lovely young ladies
Yep.
behind the counter, and Alakai goes, "Is
Right.
it in this voice? Is it too soon to bring up Jared?"
Oh man. Shit.
And you know,
And did he get arrested for any reason?
No, in a panic, I whispered pedophile. I don't know. I said a lot of other words too, but pedophile
Oh shit,
came out.
Addison.
No, I know.
So
He brought it
Abigail,
up.
when both of our brothers are in prison, you will contact me, right?
the only word I heard, pedophile, and I turn around and I'm like, what the hell is happening right now?
Right. You've got one brother who's going, "Too soon, Jared?" The other one in a creepy voice going, "Pedophile." Like, I mean, we're dead, okay?
Just whispering under my breath, pedophile. He's a pedophile. Alakai.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. I can't even. Oh, jeez. That's awesome.
No, he wasn't
Yeah.
nasty. No, he was everywhere regarding like losing weight. Like he was known for wearing.
You don't
or
remember the
holding-
dude that would like have the jeans and he'd hold them out and they were like twice as big for him?
Jared
I
from
did.
Subway.
Really?
I'm familiar with this one, so
You bought a Subway when he was the face of it.
sorry.
Subway Jared, that's what they call him.
Yeah, show him a
Yeah.
picture.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm nervous to say images, but this
Abigail, he was a pedophile. They're not going to
Yeah, they're not going to show that, otherwise the internet is a pedophile.
Oh, you want
Jeez.
Jared?
see like he was known for.
Really?
you wanna-
Yeah, he looks different than what I thought, Addison, a little bit.
I watched South Park and he's a character on South Park. So
Yeah, he was always holding up some pair of pants,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
like, "Subway's
Yeah.
I lost so much weight."
just a real
Yeah.
plain smile.
Yeah.
Plain smile. That's pretty
Yeah.
accurate actually.
Yeah.
He legit. Okay, but. Okay, hold on, really quick. Nope, don't
Are
go
you
down that.
sure? Are
I-
you sure?
Yeah. Put it in my brain. I was like, God, I didn't say that out loud.
We're dancing
You good
around
now?
landmines right now, all right? You want to move
Jeez.
subjects? Let's go back to the Bible. Come on.
We are family, and still there seems to be some landmines here. What's going on?
For a dream
my
cometh through
gosh.
the multitude of business. A fool's voice is known by the multitudes of words. Ecclesiastes
Get rid of the
5:3.
KGJ version
I love it. Okay.
and bring in the passion so we can understand what you're saying.
Oh, that ye would all together hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. Job
There's an
13:5.
He's saying shut up and then you'll be peaceful. Okay, that's what he's saying.
Shut your damn mouth, idiot. I'm sorry. I'm so
That's
sorry that
basically
you're
it.
stupid.
That's
I'm so
that's the-
sorry for your dumb brain.
I am sending you guys that video as soon as I get off.
Can't
okay?
wait.
Oh man.
I'm gonna die.
Oh,
Okay, there's a translation that's called. Where is it? It's
man.
called the Easy Translation. What's it called? Dang it.
It's called Wikipedia.
I can't find it.
New American
Wow.
Standard.
No,
New Living Translation.
I can't find it. Never mind.
It's ESV.
NIV.
I think I go English. I can't remember which one I do. It seems to be easier to understand. ESV. What does ESV stand for?
English Standard
yeah,
Version.
like English. Yeah.
Even a fool keeps silent is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is deemed intelligent.
Where's he getting this from?
The Bible. Addison and
Proverbs
I were talking about this
17:28.
earlier.
Sorry. I
We were
googled
talking
it.
about what, Addison?
There was a quote that I remember, which was a wise man speaks when he has something when something needs to be said, and a foolish man speaks when he needs to say something. And
he's like, that's not from the Bible. I'm
yeah,
like, well,
but it's
I mean,
no, okay. The quote isn't from the Bible. It's a quote from
Totally.
somebody else.
Right. But it could be inspired by the Bible, so I looked it up.
Absolutely.
Found it in Proverbs 17:28. Even a fool is thought wise if he keeps silent, and discerning if he holds his tongue.
Even a fool when holdeth his peace,
And then he's
even
reading
a
it.
fool when holdeth his peace is counted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding.
Ooh,
They
lips
should-
are moving now.
You
Sorry.
should get hired to read the Bible for him. Do the audio
I
version
love
and do
the
it.
King James version. It's so good.
A pastor of an old time church or something like that.
And the Bible said,
I'm not gonna.
Like, I don't really understand what he's saying, but he just spit on me, so that must be holy water.
Holy water.
the blessings of God reigneth upon thee.
Sure do, Pastor. Sure do.
Oh my word.
Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
I love you too.
I'll see you later.
Love you, Daddy.
All right.
Well,
Sounds
sorry.
good.
Daddy.
There's a lot of garbage. I gotta clean it out.
This is. I gotta stop playing these demos. That's what I gotta do. Shit. Can't afford to do anymore.
That
Okay.
that game was really cool.
Oh my
so
gosh, seriously.
in case you wanted to gift that game to anyone in the future,
Sweet. All right. Hold on.
don't like
I'm
really-
pulling out my cash right now. There
Let
it
me
is.
break out my change,
Yeah.
see if I can afford this.
I'm still frustrated
Ba-ching,
because
ba-ching.
Addison bought me a game and I still haven't played that. And it's on a different platform.
Yeah, no, I haven't really played it either.
We should play it.
Yeah.
I've been kind of waiting for them to solidify the multiplayer, because right at the
Wait,
time,
which one? Guild 3?
yeah, At the time, I had
Okay.
to do so much modding just to get it to work, and you said something
Yeah.
about them working on it, so I thought I'd
Yeah,
wait.
being aware of it. Abigail's talking about the Anno 1800 one, the one on a different platform.
Oh,
So there's a couple games out there. No,
you know,
I don't know. Abigail, I would say that because that game is immensely spectacular. But what I usually do with games before I, just go out and buy it is you YouTube it. And the idea is that when you're watching a guy YouTube it, the moment you get pissed off because he's quote unquote doing it wrong, that's the moment you know it's a game for you. So
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
that's what I do.
That's
Noted.
why
But if you-
Factorio. Oof.
Yeah.
Nobody was
Yeah.
playing
Oh,
that
yeah.
right.
Shoot. Playing damn Songs of Six, which is this. It's supposed to. The advertisement is that it's this multi-million populous empire that you can build, but
Yeah,
every
it looks
person is
gorgeous.
individualized, right? Yeah. And so I started playing it a little bit, but then I'm watching this YouTuber and he just messes every shitty thing up, and so it's like, okay, so that means this is the game for me because obviously I need to fix it. If you can watch the game and you enjoy it, then you can have your brother buy it and watch him play. Like that's the mentality, right? You don't necessarily need to get it because you like watching it, but
Yeah.
you're not really trying to dive in and try and play,
I hear you.
So,
Okay.
For me, it's
Noted.
Call of Duty and Rocket
Call
League. I suck at those games, but I love watching people play them.
Oh yeah, League of Legends. I mean, I should play more because
Oh,
that
we
is
should play
like
that
I
more.
love watching League of Legends, but playing it, it's like I get stressed just knowing I'm about to play. So it's
Yeah.
like you have to come with some energy to that game. So,
Right. There's no leaning back in your chair while you play League of Legends.
oh hell no, hell no.
Or inches from the
And you don't
screen.
binge that for 5 hours because you will kill people in the process. So
You have pieces of tape connecting your fingers to the key that they have to touch.
oh my gosh. Shoot.
Yeah.
All right, people. I got an early morning tomorrow, so I better hit the hay.
All right, man.
It was nice
It was
being
fun.
here. It's been too long.
Yeah, the prodigal sister finally returns,
Yeah.
like in the Bible.
Right.
Back in the
Oh,
box.
now you're just making the male characters females. Oh.
It's better anyway. The remake.
A woman would never take her inheritance and spend it so foolishly.
Buy shoes. Oh, I beg to differ. I'm sorry. This is sexist now. I'm really sorry, Abigail. I love you.
Eat pig slop? No. I'm
You guys are
sorry.
weird.
I'm glad you were here, Andrew. I'm glad you were here, Abigail.
I'm glad to be here. It was really nice. So
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels like it's been a
It was a
couple
lot of fun.
weeks since we've done this.
it has been, and that's it. Really, actually has. Well, part of it's been on me. Part of it's been on Andrew.
Yeah, I'm always here.
Why?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you are, Addison, by the way. You are. So thank you for you being consistent. 2 weeks ago, you were like, Andrew's like, I'm not showing up.
That was 3 weeks ago, and I know that because the 2 weeks ago I've been around while you haven't. So the moral of the story is for every one that I miss, Abigail misses 2. Do we really want to go with that moral, Abigail? Do we?
I feel like you're probably right because last week was hiking. The week before that was. What does my
was
calendar
something
say? It says
important.
game with bros, but I didn't. That means you weren't around.
I was around, Abigail. I
No.
was around. Actually, it's possible that's true because I have lost track of time. I just talked to
Yeah.
Rachel about doing doing Thanksgiving, and then I messaged her
Oh.
to tell her that we're on, and a month had gone by. So
Oh.
She hasn't responded?
no, like
Oh,
I had.
you took a
She had
month
messaged
to...
me. Yeah, to respond. She messaged me. She's like, "It'd be great if you did Thanksgiving," and I'm like, in my mind, like 2 days ago, I'm ready to message her, and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, I just, I missed a couple days, maybe a week, and I'm like, hey, we're good to go, and I see it's been a month since I responded to her, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, like that stuff flies by. So
That's
anyway.
literally my life at this point. I'm like, you know what? Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I go visit Granny,
Okay.
and she's like, "You haven't been here in 2 years."
She
Okay,
says that
but
same shit to me. So
Yeah, but you have at least an excuse.
I mean, a little, I guess. Whatever,
Things have been busy at the parents' home.
right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
oh my
Gosh.
goodness. Yeah. But I
Okay.
get it. Addison, I'm sorry I haven't been around. So I
No,
think it's been 3 weeks since I've been around.
I'll take a lazy day once in a while. So, no worries.
Okay. I
You
can
take a
plan for
lazy
next.
day when we're both absent, though. So I haven't heard you yet really come up with anything. So.
No, but like when you guys are both absent, it's like it's not a relief because I literally love doing this. It's the highlight of my
Oh
week.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
when
yeah.
you both are like, I can't make it, I'm like, all right, let's just hang out.
No, I totally get that. I
Yeah.
absolutely get that feeling.
I am free next week. So do we want to plan now so that I can be real with you? I don't think I have any plans next week.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I think I'll be here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'll be here. It's the whole thing, not Thanksgiving. It's the whole Halloween shit thing. Except I can't
Oh,
hide
yeah.
away from Halloween this year, so that's going to be a
Sweet.
little tough. But nevertheless, I think Sunday is not Halloween, so I should be.
Monday's
Right.
Halloween. Okay.
Is Monday? Yeah,
yeah.
Monday's Halloween. I could be sick, but then that's gonna cost me money. So which do I hate more?
I'm gonna dress up
Losing
like a
money or
forklift
Halloween?
operator.
Like a what?
Yeah.
A forklift operator.
Well, I'm
I'm
gonna dress up like I always do every year. I'm gonna dress up like a teacher, okay? But the point is that now I have no place. Like when I finish work, that's at 7 o'clock, and that's right around the time kids go trick or treating. And it's gonna be a lot harder to hide from kids if they see me walking into the apartment before slamming the door in their faces and pretending not to answer their call. So
Wait, Halloween is like people celebrate that everywhere?
yeah, apparently here, which they promised me that wouldn't happen, but no, this block's all the kids celebrate it.
I mean, Halloween is, arguably the best holiday of
worst holiday. You missed up
best.
the words, but yeah.
With Andrew
Best.
on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Second only to, or no, it's the worst. The second worst is.
It's the least hypocritical holiday. Can we all agree that it's the least hypocrytical holiday?
It depends if you're
What are you
talking
defining
religious
as
people, because
hypocritical?
get real. Not
I am actually talking religious wise because Halloween is just dress up and get candy. That's it.
what
They
religion
try
are
and
you
add
talking
other
about?
stuff. Any religion. Let's go
No,
Christian.
because the Hindu religion talks about, it's celebrating the Day of the Dead, and the Jewish holidays apparently just flower around this. I did not have an idea, but
what?
apparently this is something
But
to do with their new year. So
let's compare my favorite holiday with your guys' favorite holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, which are supposed to be about Jesus being born, about thankfulness and giving and being together, and then it's all built up into let's go shopping and let's buy some stuff, right?
well,
At least when you're in Halloween, you're like, well, candy and costumes. That's about it.
See, now Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I know that in the States at least, we had to deal, or I had to deal with the Black Friday. Black Friday. I know that stuff goes on there, right?
Yep.
But it's been really great these past 6 years here because you tell people about the thankfulness thing, and right, so you get to build that culture, and there is no Black
you get
Friday.
to build it in the purity that it's supposed to be.
Right, which is why it's become my favorite, because Christmas, yes, has always been my favorite. Although for me,
I love
Christmas has always been my favorite only because of the fact that as a family we have tended to, you know, make sure that we're around each other,
Right.
you know, during that season, no matter what. Like, you know,
We
so
focus on
so
the
I like
family
that.
more than the
Yeah, I mean, I
fun
like
stuff.
that part. I do completely agree with you because in the past years, for sure, that's all our family would focus on. I mean, not all that we focused on, but you
It
know,
was so
Christmas gifts
important.
are
What do you want? What are you gonna
important and
get me?
essential, and yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh, I hate that stuff, and especially if it's like, give me a list, and I like these last 2 or 3 years when I wouldn't give a list, and then Mama came up with these random kooky things that I love. I absolutely love my old trinkets that she bought.
It's
It's like
sold,
I
yeah.
would never, yeah, I would have never thought of that, right? So I
Right.
love that part, but you know, I completely get it. It tends to be hypocritical, and I'm really hopeful this year that we are just doing Leavenworth and that's it. But I get the sense there's always going to be a little bit more because
Yeah,
it's
talk to Abigail. All right?
I
Yeah,
I got one
backstabber.
thing. That's it. Just one thing. It was on
Yeah,
sale for
and
$20.
it's crazy that she
wow,
gave me enough time to think about what I should get her.
wow,
No,
holy
come
crap!
on.
Jeez, Abigail.
I was really
I
like,
just
I'm not.
watched an
Ruining everything.
episode on the Community
Yeah.
all about that. Like,
Okay.
they were
You
like,
know
you
what?
weren't getting
You
gifts,
lied
and
to
then
me.
everyone brought a gift, except
Okay.
for the jackass who didn't. So
You know what? I could just
that's
give
what you're
it to
gonna
you
do.
earlier or save it for your birthday. Okay, I can do that. But I was just like, I showed it to Mom and she's like, oh my word, that's so cute. Maybe you should just give it to him for Christmas. And I'm like, I thought we weren't doing Christmas gifts. She's like, well, we could just do one thing. And I'm like, oh,
Honestly,
shit. This
I
is
was
going to
Damn it.
turn into more than one
Yeah.
thing.
I
All right,
was gonna
only
get a
10
couple
guys.
things. I mean,
You
something
were?
something for you and Andrew and Alakai and maybe Mom and Daddy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just gonna be like literally cheap stuff that I thought would let you know that I know you and I love you.
Yeah.
That's all I
I've heard
wanted.
this bullshit before. All right, fine. Dream Engine and what was it? Ostream? Does that
What?
I
satisfy
mean,
the? Can you
yeah, that works, I guess.
maybe
It's not
Stop.
really. I
maybe
didn't have it on my list, but
maybe 2 more to match the level of what I just bought you? But whatever.
how much
I
are
guess
you
we
gonna
love each
spend?
other the same.
I just don't want to
I
spend
think
less than you spend.
my favorite is just when, like, if Andrew's in town, I'm like, okay, I just want like so many hours of your time and to go out to coffee. Like, that's literally one of my very favorite things to do. Like, in the summer, it used
Yeah.
to be we would just go to Friday Harbor for, I don't know, 4 hours or
Right.
something, and then come back. Like, I love that. To me, the
Yeah.
quality time, just a time,
Honestly,
is my
my-
Yeah.
favorite.
one of my favorite Christmas moments in the last 10 years was me and Abigail going to Walmart. I had extra
That's my
money. I
favorite.
wanted to buy gifts for the family. We went to Walmart and I bought
Yeah.
retarded stuff. If we did that and we didn't even buy anything, we just found one thing that Mom and Daddy would love. Like
Yeah.
just us
And we
being
did
together
it
doing that
together.
together. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so good. That's
No, and
what
Seriously.
Christmas is to me.
Yeah. No, and that is really awesome. I do like that. Um, that spending time together because for me, okay, I don't like shopping necessarily, but it is one of those things I grew up with, so I'm used to it. But like the Friday Harbor thing, going to coffee, I mean, that stuff, I can't say I love, you know, a whole bunch of my past life in America, but those are things that I really miss. And so then getting to do it with people I love too,
Yeah.
added bonus, you know, like it's just really great. So
I think
Yeah.
we should just plan a sibling date day where we go do, like, we get food or whatever we want. We can go to Walmart and do stupid shit because that just sounds really fun. Right? Like, I mean, that's all I want. That's literally all I want. I don't want any items, nothing. I just want that time
yeah.
We
because
could
that
go to a
matters.
comedy show.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
siblings, like just the four of us. Just find a comedy show and just go to it.
Yes.
Right?
Is there something around here?
Seattle has stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nothing
Seattle,
around here.
Paramount.
This town sucks.
Yeah. No, but I mean, that's, you know, the joy of going to Seattle, right?
Hmm.
Which is you go there to realize how much of a piece of shit humanity has grown to. And that way we can go back home to our respective homes going, wow, I'm glad I don't live in Seattle, huh?
It's so
I thought-
true.
I thought this town sucked this morning. This place rocks.
There was one guy who, LA, all the California cities and Washington cities are pretty much the same, right? So
Yeah.
this guy is like, I live in LA. My wife lives, or my fiance lives in Iowa, and we were fighting over which country, state we were going to move to. Then I crossed a street without, using the crosswalk. There was no road, there was no cars on the road, nothing like that. And a block and a half away to my right, a policeman sees me crossing, races down, and gives me a $200 ticket for jaywalking.
No way.
A block and a half to the left, I see a homeless guy taking a shit on the sidewalk. And he gets money for that.
The
So,
cop runs over and hands him some food stamps.
so now my wife and I live in Iowa.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, that's it.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Sometimes
Anyway,
you can't stupid. You just can't help stupid when it's that far.
I know, and you just have to let it run its course and self-correct at some point, right? So
you hear about
I
those?
mean-
we'll figure it out one day.
Right?
You hear about those married couples that are like they don't want to be together, but they're like, we'll do it until our kids are out of the house, right? We'll get through it just
Yeah.
There's so many people I've heard in LA that are like, you know what? As soon as my kid I'm going from their graduation to the airport. That's how much I
Right.
hate this place. But I'm doing it for them.
Yeah.
I'm not yanking them out of school. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
wow, that place must suck. If the richest people in
yeah.
Hollywood hate it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even Seattle area, these families that I've grown up with, as a
Seattle's a
professional
wet
teacher, I
LA.
guess. But it's like, yeah, and you've still got a wide range because a lot of Bellevueians, I don't know what to call them, right? People from Bellevue, they range, but they tend to be moderate to conservative, not necessarily so liberal like Seattle. But it's like, yeah, even like the whole range. I mean, Abigail, I don't know if you don't know this, but Bangu, they're waiting for their kids to graduate high school, like the second one now. And as soon as they do, they're leaving the country. They're going back to Turkey. They're done.
Oh,
They
I don't
are
blame them.
so
That place is a
finished.
piece of
What?
shit down there.
Right?
This place rocks.
And it's
You have
like-
freedoms.
Yeah.
Some.
Which
there
is so
are
disappointing.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
I
when they
mean,
first
it
moved
is-
here, I mean, it was what you wanted, right? And then
Pretty damn close.
It's
There was some
so-
dumb shit, but
not
There
this
was,
stuff.
but the way you talk, the way you hear Europeans talk.
uh-oh.
We lost him.
We've lost Sandro. Has he
Andrew,
fallen
please
asleep?
Is he here?
No, he's not. Hang on.
What the heck? His phone, I wonder if it died.
Oh no. Wait. Why isn't his name popping up?
Huh?
I'm trying to add people. No results? Andrew Faber, no results? You're joking, right?
Yeah, oops, I'm spelling it wrong. There he
Who
is.
Andrew Faber. You're muted.
He's here.
Yeah, but he's muted.
Oh.
Fuck.
Let's see, there we go.
Whatever.
Was that Andrew?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, that
I
was
was like-
me. Fuck.
Sorry.
So
Yeah,
sick of you
that was me.
leaving, Andrew.
Anyway, I don't know where I got cut off, but
It was
I
basically
think-
just like they're leaving right after, as soon as whatever they're doing here, like they're done. Like they don't want to live
they're
here.
done. Yeah, and it's so disappointing because the way Europeans talk over here, it's a dream over there, right? Like if you
I know.
watch an American Tale as an adult and you listen to the conversation they have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, turn cats into corruption. That's about it, right? But whatever. Like their conversation,
No
is
facts in
just like-
America.
right? There is no cats. There's no corruption in America, right? That's the
Yeah.
whole mentality, right? And it's just like they still talk about it in this part of the world like if I ever got a chance to go to America to be free of this, then I'm going to. And I'm like thinking to myself now, yeah, and you'll be back in a year because whatever that American dream used to be is disappearing quickly.
Well,
And
for
it's
now,
I think it's gone.
Well, because I mean, so far I've known 3 families who have moved to America, and 1 year later they're back, and I'm like,
man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's gone. I think that if you want to live the quote American dream to the fullest extent, that doesn't exist. But if you want to have a business and you want to just build a life for your family, you can do that. You can't do that in New York or LA, but you can find a small town somewhere and you can do that. But
well, this is the thing though, because when they say the American dream is that you're not judged for what country you're from, because here in
yeah,
Europe
that's gone.
you are ranked. If you're from France or Germany, you're number 1, but then the further east you go, then you're lower ranked. So people treat Bulgarians like scum, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I hate their big noses.
And
Sorry.
Jewish, but I'm not supposed to know
Joke.
that. Shut up, okay?
On the joke.
All right. Anyway, and then the idea that you can take an idea and make something out of it, because over here, people usually squash on other people's ideas. So those are like the 2 main things, and it's like, yeah, what you were saying, like that stuff is starting to, like, those ideals are starting to get squashed. Yeah, you could go to a small town, but I mean, come on,
Right.
who's ever heard of Wales, Alaska, which I just discovered today? Wales, Alaska,
Sounds
very
like
nice
a hell
place.
of a place.
Yep,
I think I've
only
heard of
9
that.
kilometers away from Russia. So there you go,
Right.
Wales, Alaska.
Is that one of
Anyway,
those places that's all right? No, never mind.
Sorry, I was looking it up. I was like, because you never think of America and Russia as being that close. So I'm thinking, what is
Right.
Wales like? Like, I want to go there and see if out of the 152 people that live there, any of them speak Russian. I just want to know,
Right.
right? Or are they just like, howdy,
I-
you hick, how you doing?
I
like,
actually speak Russian.
Right?
Blue and yellow tibia.
Really
What?
nice.
Blue and
SOS,
yellow tibia.
SOCKS.
SOCKSSA.
Oh my
It's the
god.
video, Abigail. Did you watch
Did you
the
see
video?
the video?
No.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
Which
Well,
one?
Abigail,
It's
this
in
is
the
all I
group
have to
chat.
say to you in Spanish, all right? SOCKS.
SOCKS.
And after you're done listening to us, you can watch the video and know what we were saying to you. So
This one you sent last.
just right before
Okay.
we called,
I-
yeah.
I'll watch it when we're done here, so then I can feel absolutely offended.
What I
Yeah,
what
just
I
so
really
you know.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, the
Oh, go
song
ahead.
at the end, I had to watch twice before I got, so.
Oh, I don't think I
Okay.
saw the song at the end.
Oh yeah, the French song. It's a French song. It's French gibberish, but it's an English rhyme. So
Oh yeah, no, I
so-
did see that, and it's
Yeah.
weird because they said that they got it on the last line. I got it when he said something fallen.
oh
And I was
no,
like,
didn't
that
even
sounds
get it
like
then.
Humpty Dumpty.
Addison, you're ruining it. Damn it. Whatever.
Sorry. Don't watch it for 3 days, Abigail. Don't watch it for 3 days.
Don't watch it for 3 days. Oh man. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying?
I did that because I wanted to learn the Australian accent or certain parts of it.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out how to say no with the Australian accent. And have you ever seen
Uh-huh.
the show Naruto?
No.
Have you heard about it?
Naruto?
Naruto.
No.
Well, if you say Naruto, but you take out the uto part, that's how you say no with an Australian accent. Naru.
Naruto.
Our
Okay,
Naru.
wow. Awesome.
Sounds a little
Oh,
different.
jeez.
Make fun of me.
I don't know if that's insulting, but that's how I say no with an Aussie accent.
Okay. I can't. I mean, this is one of the few accents I can't say or use at all. So really,
Okay.
you're still ahead of me. I can do "g'day, mate." That's it. G'day, mate.
Oh, no, that's not how you say good day, mate.
See,
No.
and for me, if I go anything past "g'day, mate," it turns into Irish. So it's like, oh, top of the morning to you. Like, it was nice to see you on. Oops. Nope, that's not it.
That's funny because when I do the Irish accent, I slowly seep into the Jamaican accent. Oh, would you look at that? Jamaican,
Look what's
man.
cooking, man.
You're never gonna know what I'm doing here, man. Check me
Okay,
out.
Cool runnings too, by the way. Wow, that is a good move. Also, as I watch, you learn a lot to say more. How?
Instead of a Jamaican bobsled team, it's like an Irish basketball team.
Right. Oh my gosh. Oh, shoot.
Hey, you're doing okay, man. I'm okay there, bio.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Oh man.
I love you both, and
I love
Andrew
you
will
too.
see you soon. I'm just putting on the work on the training for you and send it to you before the end of the month to see if you're even interested.
What?
So
Oh,
training
the training. Yeah, for
Yeah.
January. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And I don't know what I'm trying to do. I really want to try and advertise you guys a bit more because right now there's only 2 hours worth of tutoring that's happening outside of me tutoring. So I'm going to try and do like right now I'm going to push Miha, but then I'm thinking you're going to be next, and I'll just put it in order of people who are, I don't know, I want to say qualified, but it's more of people who are showing themselves available. Like you're showing yourself available for 7 hours. Miha's showing herself available for 9 hours, and then the rest of them go downhill from there, right? So
Yeah. I almost am wondering, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of rethinking, because I don't have tutoring is fine. I'd rather just be like a mentor or advisor or something, if that's something I could do, if that's even something you needed. That's where my brain is going. And I'm not trying to be inconsistent, but I know that's what it is right now. So anyways, I'm just throwing it out. But
throw it out there, but before I start advertising you, just have a sort of confirmed thing. Right now there's not really a demand, as in when people walk in and say I need, because right now that's what it is. No one's booking online. They're all just showing up and they're saying, hey, I need this tutor or that tutor.
But they're much more person, right? Like it's just more personable, and that's where I feel like.
I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, if you're wanting to advertise yourself as a life coach online, right now there's no one that's walking in my doors saying, hey, do you have someone who could be my life coach? So just so you know, the demand isn't necessarily there. But if you're set on that, if you're like, I want to be life coach, that's it, don't want to do the tutoring thing, then when it comes to you to advertise, then I'll focus on that. So when people are looking at the advertisement, they can go, oh, look at that. Didn't know that one of the tutors was actually a life coach.
Yeah.
So just, decide and confirm,
Okay, I will.
So, yeah.
So
cool.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And
Anywho.
Addison, think about your tutoring opportunities too. Come on.
Yeah, if you need someone that doesn't show up and doesn't like people, I'm here for you.
Oh, dang. I got like 3 or 4 people in mind. I'm going to send Stoyanka your way. No, I'm sorry. That was mean. She has gone through. I'm sorry. I really got to let you guys go because I got to go to bed. But I got to tell you this real quick. She's been dealing, Addison, I don't know if you've been up to date, but she's been, or Abigail, actually, I don't know which one of you I've told more to, but she's like, she quit Children of Hope. She was like, I'm not talking to no anymore, all this stuff, right? She's cutting people out of her life. And she was like, she's like telling me, she's like, someone from church calls and I just hang up on the phone. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm doing the listening thing, right? And then she's like, later in the conversation, she's like, nobody cares. Nobody even calls me. I'm like, could it be from you hanging up on them all the time? Like, and I'm like saying this.
I hate how much I relate to her. I'm just like, right? I don't want to see any of you. And you know what? No one cares about me.
No one cares about me. And I'm like, please don't make me one of those people that you hang up on now. Right. Anyway, so that
Oh.
was last week. So apparently she's been doing soul searching this week, and she comes up to me a couple of days ago, and she's like, Andrew, did you know that because I was an orphan, I'm dealing with rejection issues? And
Oh,
I was
Lord.
like, I was like, oh shoot, because she's coming with this genuine look, like she never realized she reacted to people because of this. And she's like, oh, I didn't realize. And she's gone to Noah and apologized. She's calling everyone she knows and is apologizing. And I'm like, oh damn, like she's getting some soul healing, but it's just like something that's like a joy, like it's right there, you know.
Right.
So
I just
anyway,
I want you to know that Mama is one of the best people to deal with Stoyanka, and I know this
Oh,
because
yeah.
me and Stoyanka have so much in common. I
Right.
I do literally the same thing. I'll come home from work and I'm like, you know what? I just don't think I'm as good a worker as I should be. And she's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What do you think about that? It's like I'll go off and then she'll be
Yeah.
like, you know, you're so special and good and cool, and but then she'll hit me with real like you
Right.
got to get up earlier. You're not going to be
Yeah.
the worker you want to be if you're not getting up earlier.
Right. Just like,
Ah.
yeah, what?
I thought I was laying
Oh.
some knowledge on you, and you're just like, I knew this for years.
Right. Jeez. Don't you love that? I mean, seriously though, it is really awesome when it hits you, right?
It is if it's handled right. If she comes up to you and she says that, and you give her this look like, no, really?
Right. Right.
That doesn't help.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, right.
But
Oh my goodness.
but there's like I
Yeah.
totally get it too. Like you just gotta give her time to kind of realize her own shit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's true of everyone, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you can't be faced with your, the mirror of truth and not just be like, yeah, I didn't know. I'll fix it,
Yeah.
So,
Not without dramatic circumstances coming up.
right.
like-
No kidding.
Anyway.
Anyway. All right. I'll let you guys go. I love you. And
you
we'll talk next week then.
Sounds
Absolutely.
I love you guys too.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a
Okay.
good week.
All right. You too.
Bye.
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 And to everybody watching, if you made it this far, awesome. If you didn't, I don't know why I'm talking to you. Like, subscribe, check out. I got Instagram in the description. Check out Change the World Schools on. You can Google it, Change the World Schools, and then other than that, go to your family. Go to a family member that you haven't gone to in a while, and look them in the eye and just be like, "I love you, and I'm sorry I haven't spent more time showing you that love." And download VLC Media Player. It's good for you. Peace. Doses, ninja. Oh, I'm gonna do music thing. Close it out. Right.